Subnautica, not Subnautica. It's not Subnautica, not Subnautica. Not Subnautica, not Subnautica. Hey Monica, hey Eddie Monica.
What's this from
Fuck today. It's a load of bullshit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be heading to the hazardous resource and extraction site. And
alright, what do everybody? What do? I'm watching Paul's Ego live.
So that'll be
in the meantime, get his gloriousness.
Yeah, man. We'll wing up.
I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna put that at super low volume for a little bit while I just get set up for myself. I just got off work and I just have the stuff that I had pulled yesterday that I didn't get to up, and yeah, it's kind of about it. Okay, this is a bad idea. I'm sorry, Paul, but you shall be muted. You shall be muted, Paul. But yeah, there's two things I didn't get to, unfortunately, last stream because my phone died. So I'm going to get into those today because the first one, we barely went into it. So, and in the meantime, we'll also be looking at some other shit. Like, there's some abysmal shit that I'm looking at right here. Looks like some goodness right there. Holy fuck, cat. What the hell did you do back there? You just, like, went berserk. I heard, like, a... Damn. What'd you do? You're not late this time, actually. You're, only 1 minute. But I call that on time because even me, I myself am not ready to my fullest extent. I mean, I have the stuff that I did not take out the tabs of the stuff I was looking at yesterday, so I mean, that's still up there. I'm just looking at some other stuff that this is going to be in here. I actually have a playlist set up called Vids to Watch on Stream. So I'll be using this to also look at some crazy shit. And to be honest, there's actually some cool stuff. I know I'm not ready, but soon my body will be ready. And there's actually a lot of videos. Like, this is going to be such a crazy different variety of videos in here. But it's private at the moment because it's mainly just here for myself. I came 3,000 miles to see this. Damn straight you did. So I guess we can start with a funny story about something in Oregon. This is actually Oregon related, and I'm looking at this like, what the fuck? So there's a golf course in Oregon where you can rent a goat to be your caddy. Yeah, I'm being serious. A goat caddy in Oregon. And it's at Sylvie's Valley Ranch in Centennia, a working goat and cattle farm with 3 golf courses and a spa. But goat enthusiasts will have to wait until McVeigh's Gauntlet course, a 7-hole fun, carefree course, opens July 10th. Okay, so it's opening up July 10th. That's cool. But yeah, I wonder how catty these goats will get. But oh shit, looks like Paul's entering his space station. But we'll go over that. And by the way, my battery's at 33%, hence 33 to 0 on a dime, because I'm just going to keep going until my phone dies at this rate. But anyway, here is Oregon Goat Caddies. I mean, it's just bullshit audio. We don't need that. I'll get this out of the way. There we go. For 75 bucks, which actually, you know, $75 to go golfing, but do it so with a goat. To do so with a goat. I mean, 75 bucks really isn't that bad. Jesus Christ, that battery. Well, I mean, I was also watching listening to podcasts at work, so that explains it, but it's actually relatively juiced up compared to most nights, so I'm just doing it like this. I have it on my charger, so it probably will go on much longer. I think near the end of everything else, I'll probably just take it off and go outside until then. On 7-hole course at Sylvie's Valley Ranch. And they have custom designed backpacks. Which is like, what? that holds 6 clubs, 12 golf balls, a tee, and a 6-pack. So you can have a 6-pack of beer on top of that. Like, you really can't get more Portland than this. And they work for organic peanuts. Also packed in that bag. Oh, shit, Carl. Damn. It's been a while since you made an appearance. Welcome, welcome. And yes, that Kurt Cobain episode on DFF was fucking awesome, dude. Like, I generally did not know that much about Cobain. Like, I love Nirvana, and I love like a lot of their music, but I did not know that a lot of his life was the way it was. Like, I mean, especially with the whole idea of like the conspiracy with Courtney Love and I was just about to get into that. What's your take on a theory of his death? You know, the more I've, especially getting so in depth about it now, like I generally kind of, like you can't. I mean, obviously we always know that we're never gonna know, but I do think that he might have been murdered. I mean, by who? Don't know. Man, holy fuck that glare! Holy shit. There we go. God damn, that's bad. Wow. It's like extra bad right now. Holy fuck. Here, I'm just gonna do this really quick. Ah! Blackout. I made it a little better, whatever. Good enough. But, yeah, but anyway, yeah, but like by who or for what reason? I mean, if I was like the judge in the, at the time of when it was all going around, I would probably have looked into what Courtney Love's situation was and all this. I would be kind of investigating her, doing some interviews on her, some relatives as well. I mean, and actually, Joe, yeah, because you were just saying that he put a shotgun to his mouth actually, and supposedly killed himself. I mean, because the way the investigation went, I'm trying to just collect all the information back in my mind right now. It was that I think it was Tom Yates or Tom Gates or whatever. I think it was one of the investigators on this, and I think so. I mean, it's just all kind of coming back to me at once now. But yeah, like he said that there's a lot of problematic points to be brought up, like the door that was locked, that it could be locked and then you can pull it shut, like from the outside. So in a way you can, so someone could have potentially murdered him in a sense while they doped him up on heroin, because they say he had a 1.8 milligram to 1 per liter of heroin in his system, and even for a habituated user, that was extremely high. So for him to be able to use a shotgun to kill himself with would have been problematic in that on sense. But he was also known to have a high tolerance too. So I don't know. I do kind of lean on the whole idea he might have been murdered, but I don't know. It's really like, it's definitely a shame that there's such a big mystery to such a inspirational character at this point. I mean, because who knows what was like specifically true, who wasn't. Why is everything conspiracy nowadays? Sometimes the answers are right in front of us. Why would anyone want him dead? I mean, from what I can get through, it would be cool to own his Browning Auto 5. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, the main, like, his personal like I was about, I was trying to get to that part. Yeah, because Courtney Love, supposedly that Kurt and Courtney were going to go through a divorce, or at least Kurt was going to push for that. And what Courtney, if she were to have done anything like that, would have want his essentially his fortune, basically, yeah. And he was going to write the will to keep her out of it. They never said. I don't exactly remember, but yeah, just what Karl Rove said. Watch Soaked in Bleach. And I didn't know it was on Netflix, so I'll have to check that out myself. I didn't know it was on Netflix, so that's cool. I use Netflix every now and then. But yeah, let's get these goats out of my way, because it was just a short little video that was just kind of funny. because it's like randomly in it was just something random that was organ related. I'm like, oh shit, gotta check that out. Courtney got it, but Kurt was planning to divorce her and leave her without the will. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, again, I'm even learning a lot more about everything that happened throughout his life more than I did before. So I'll have to like look more back into it myself to kind of collect my own research, and maybe I'll probably do a stream of my own kind of going into it, because they, the guys at Deep Fat Fried, they went through a very, not like a super basic premise of the situation, but there was so much detail that they purposely did cut a lot of stuff, especially with the stuff surrounding his death. And holy shit, Paul's in combat in Elite Dangerous. Damn, that looks insane. Might have to check up on that really quick after this. Alright, gotta get this going. But before we do all that, I'll get some of my other shit that I was gonna check out. Some of this going. Put these guys off to the side. Have those ready. Varg, yes, I'm actually subscribed to him. Varg for Kernus, yeah. You know, I actually might, you know, well, let's pull his channel so I can maybe see what video he's been doing recently and check it out. Well, I forget how to spell it, so I'm just gonna pop that up or Thulian. Yeah, like, I mean, I don't watch him super often, but I do check up on his channel every now and then, which is pretty cool. Like, from what I can tell, he mostly, his last video 10 hours ago, Burzum debut album, DSP, Green First Print, Greed. So, like, a lot of his videos are, like, not even 10 minutes long. He's been making video responses to Stexon Hammer lately? Really? I'll have to see which one that I challenge you. That might be it. I don't know. That's interesting. I never would think Varg would start getting into the sphere of like Stexon Hammer and all these other folks. That's interesting, huh? Yeah. I mean, it's pretty cool that he's able to kind of, in a way, change his life a little differently to the way it is. But I pulled the video up. I'm just gonna take this really quick. Do you think killed the anonymous in self-defense as he claimed? You know, I don't remember too much on that story, so I can't, like, exactly, say, but one of my other friends, TK, who has been on my streams lately, he would know a little bit more information about that than I would, so I will, he actually called me earlier. I probably should have answered and checked it out, but yeah, I'll have to ask him, because he will know more about it than I would. I remember now, yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, he, claimed that he wanted to torture him to death, like, snuff film, kidnap him, all this shit. I remember now, killing him himself, like, I'll have to, like, look at the specific details of that story. I don't know if he, because I, like, kind of take the initiative first to kill someone, because they might kill you isn't necessarily, I would say, granted for self-defense, unless he was actually trying to, you know, act on it, and he was, defending himself then. But, might as well look into it. Vicurness? Oh my god, there's so many memes. What? I probably spelt his name, yeah. Let's see here. Well, there's a lot of Wikipedias, but I don't want Wikipedia, because I'm not Wikipedia the show. Either. I'm not Wikipedia the show either. Still matter of controversy, blah, blah, blah. Many sales after a woman, but most believe the fact of a woman. What? Never in my hearing this story, I've never heard it was about a woman. Many say it was after a woman. Okay. I didn't know that, but I doubt that was the case. But most believe the fact that Varg Vikernes had a kind of rivalry with Euronymous. Clear this up. Euronymous was a... but yeah, we know that. Late 80, hell of a lot of Norwegian bands were playing old school death. Yep. Mayhem, Celtic Frost. Yep. Bathory. Yep. Mayhem, blah, blah, blah. Get to the juiciness. Where's the juiciness? But then deck commences, blah, blah, blah. Well, where is it? It was not 1991, basically converted all new shit to black metal, also stuff. This doesn't get into it. This doesn't honestly really get into it. It just, oh wait, no, there's still more. Is there? Yeah, according to Varg himself, Van Rouse can kidnap him, tie him up, and create a snuff film, kill him, and film it. So Varg decided he'd do it himself, sorta, to save himself. Of course, the answer's still biased that this is reason directly, even though I did sum it up pretty shortly in this video and talk about it, yeah. Yeah, so I'm not like for the self-defense argument, like if Euronymous was actually going to was essentially literally going to was in the act of trying to kidnap him, tie it in and all that shit, then I can see that being a thing. Related questions is by continuing, I agree that I'm 13 years old. Why do I need to sign quoras and all sharing, whatever? Fuck you. I don't need to continue, just let me, whatever, fuck you then. Whatever. Okay, well, is there anything else that may be part of that? Here's a random, something. It's from this website, Gosh of Midgard, Black Metal Lifestyle, WordPress. I'm gonna get my, live stream as well on my, my side, so I can actually read the comments without looking at my phone and all that crap, because I'm linked onto my lovely little screen here. That just down there for now. Put that down there, so it comes there. Here we go. Never heard anything about a woman. Yes, me neither. So when that popped up, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I generally have never heard any rumor. Varg's father was hired by Hussein's government to make some sort of software program. Hussein's, I'm probably saying that wrong. And Varg spent part of his childhood living in Iraq in the 80s. Okay, maybe I'm not saying it wrong. He made a vid telling stories from his time there. Huh. Yeah, I haven't really watched a lot of Varg's videos, so so there may be plenty of videos where I haven't heard of a lot of these other stories. But yeah, is this still loading? Okay, no, it's not. At 10th of August, happened the most scandalous occasions and blah blah blah. Varg Vikernes killed and you're anonymous. There are many articles, videos about this, but I want to write here not facts, but only my opinion on the case. Well, I want to hear facts, bitch. Damn, this goes on a little bit. But the summary is that this person's article is saying is, could Euronymous plan to kill Varg? I think yes. Could Euronymous begun to act? Not only planned, I think no. Because, like Varg has told me many times, Euronymous was a coward. Could Varg perceive Euronymous' plans like a dangerous for his own life? I think absolutely yes. Well, that made no sense. Could Varg perceive Euronymous' plans like a dangerous for his own life? I feel like that's a really bad mistranslation. I think he meant plans to be a danger for his own life. And yeah, I mean, I don't know too much about Euronymous' background other than his musical background being in Mayhem and one of the founders of Mayhem. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't think that it is... oh, some more comments. A lot of comments. Oh, shit. Let's see here. Dude, look up his prison escape story. He escaped from prison, stole a car from some family, GTA style, and escaped to another town before he was caught. Holy fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find that video now. I want to hear about that. Let's see here. Pro white porn? What the hell? That's one of his video names. I'm not... If you know the name of the video that I might, of what that may be, that would probably help me out, because I'm trying to find it, but a lot of it looks like... I'm trying to find here. I made a mistake. And some casual talk. Okay, nope. Man, he has a lot of, he's been just, he like goes on so many different videos here. I'm trying to find that specific, what it may be. Well, he goes on a rant about Barbara Spector. I didn't watch that, so I don't know what that could have been. I was stockpiling guns and ammo as well. It was suspected that he was planning to blow up this Antifa squat building in Twolsmo. But he just kept it because... But he claimed he kept it because he was a prepper. Yeah, Varg has definitely proven that he is kind of like a prepper and a survivalist. I mean, he even admits that one of his videos, Why Survivalism, goes on a very long video on that, which is pretty, which, you know, honestly, which is why I'm subscribed to him, because I really do respect his change in lifestyle in a way of just living off the land and everything, which I think is pretty cool. But I mean, I don't know 100% about his views either, which, you know, maybe I should just start watching his videos more often just so I can get more of a opinion on him more, besides just kind of what I've heard. Oh, another one. Another one. Another one. He's also environmentalist. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something he's shown in a lot lately, which is another reason why I like watching it, because, I mean, there's just a lot that I can respect about him for sure. And I'm not finding a specific video on what his story about prison was. I'll probably just look it up. Prison story. That'll probably help me better. Some prison anecdotes. There you guys are. Yeah, alright. Oh, wait. Wait, I think the other video was actually it. Oh, did I just get it? Oh, fuck. I just got out of it. Oops. I am an idiot. Now I have to look it up all again. Oh, apparently when he did a thing on autism too. What? Prison. Norway and hotel prisons, about prison Breivik and isolation. Yeah, let's check this one out. Talking about this might be it. I have no idea.
I look like a complete mess. It's because I've been working on the car in the middle of the day in sunshine, so I'm a bit bored.
About Breivik, which is Anders Breivik, and prison isolation. And he made a comment too, saying what Breivik did is not the point here. The point is how the system deals with him, and they failed miserably.
Norwegian prisons.
Well, that's definitely not the story he's talking about, because that's something different. But oh, well, here's his video on his Iraq experience. So I could probably pull that to the side, maybe to watch later. Check that out, because that's a very long video. But yeah, I'll definitely be checking that out too. Yeah, I need to watch him more. I like get high and listen to his ambient albums, chill music. South Carolina country sucks though. Oh, I can imagine, man. I can imagine it sucking, because it's just like, oh, I mean, it's illegal too. I mean, also you don't know if like the dealer you're going to is also dealing in other weird shit, so they could plausibly be like lacing their shit with who knows what else. So yeah, I mean, black market and having marijuana illegal is just such a like bane. It's such a boon. But hopefully in time. I lived in Charleston. I smoked up front of a church at night before. Hey, I mean, it's not legal to smoke in public, obviously, here in Oregon. But I mean, fuck, honestly, now that it's been legal, there's so many people that just don't give enough of a shit. Like you can smoke at train stops. Like we have like our the church where the shooting happened. Oh shit. Oh damn. Oh yeah, that's right. The Charleston shooting. With what's his? I don't even know which one of the shooters is at this point anymore. But yeah, I mean, I think that one was Dylan Roof. I think. I don't know. It's one of them. It's one of them. But yeah. So I mean, that's kind of like cool, but like crazy. I live pretty close to it. Yeah. I mean, I live really close to the Hollywood stabbings where that white nationalist stabbed two people defending the Muslim women, and actually recently there was just a 1-year anniversary of that, so there's like some memorials that got put up over at the Hollywood station where it happened. Yeah, on the train, yeah. And actually, what's crazy is the Hollywood district. There's so much shit that goes on there, man. Like, I remember there was this near Thanksgiving and Black Friday last year that the community there organized an event to give out food and clothes and other variety of different things to the public, essentially, mainly towards like the impoverished and the homeless, because it's a pretty impoverished area. And yeah, we do have tons of homeless people. It's really sad, and a lot of that has to be blamed towards, honestly, the city's policies on trying to fix it, because their ways of fixing it is very bullshit. Because the last thing I remember reporting on this too, where Ted Wheeler, our current mayor of Portland, well, he's not my mayor because I don't live in Portland specifically. I live in a municipality southeast of it, but I live pretty close enough to Portland where I pay attention to Portland politics a lot. So what Ted Wheeler was doing, I think like last year sometime, he literally tried to ban like this 8-block stretch of sidewalk where you can't sit or lay down or loiter at these sidewalks near on these commercial streets in downtown, and there was a lot of protests on that. And it was just stupid, and it failed and backfired luckily, but it was just pretty terrible nonetheless. How he essentially is just trying to criminalize the homeless here. I got there in the evening, 4th of July. Next morning they were laying on the streets shooting up. Yeah, see, that sounds like Portland, unfortunately. And luckily I've been seeing more of these homeless smoke weed and bum money off for weed and beer now instead of like heroin and shit, but you can never know, unfortunately. And I just do hope that I mean, if I give them change, they just are getting food or weed. I'd rather they spend money on weed and food than beer and other hard drugs. But I mean, that just goes to the issue that we just need better public housing and better public rehab facilities, because I think we have a prison here that was recently built up in like 2013, but it's literally never been used. It's just collecting dust in the middle of Oregon. And we could easily reconvert that building into a massive rehabilitation center and have it where people can go to rehab and get reintegrated back into functioning society. I mean, if I was, a state congressman or some shit, I'd be proposing bills left and right trying to get that through. When I go back to Portland once I'm 21. Yeah, I mean, even when you're not 20, there's so much you can do, and there's so much fun shit to do when you're not even 21 yet. I mean, like, but there's so much that I can't do yet because I'm 20, and I have to wait about 2.5 more months now to even do anything related to the idea of like going to bars and going to like arcade bars and shit. Like, there's this one really popular arcade bar called Ground Control, I mean, you can go in there if you're under 21 before 9 o'clock, but unfortunately, I get off school like way later than that, so I can't actually go in there. Because I take the Max home over there, and normally would like to stop by, maybe play a couple games, just chill out and relax a little bit before going home or something. But I can't because I'm not 21. I've been brewing my own homemade wine and mead. Like, cool. I mean, I love it. Like, one of my favorite alcohols is definitely mead, I would have to say. And until 21, I have to make my own. Well, at least you can make your own. I mean, I have to rely on my friend whenever he's like on the weekends, and I'm kind of feeling up to drink with the homies. I'm like, yo, I'll give you like $10. You want to like grab a 6-pack, halves it, and have some fun, chill out. All I need is sugar, water, and yeast. Oh, I mean, I'm sure there's easy ways to make it. I just need to learn on it. I mean, because there's ways to like make edibles and stuff. I just don't have the time to make it. I mean, I can make tea with. Okay, so this fat jar right here. This fat container is literally nothing but stems, and I can make a fat thing of tea or like can of butter or anything from this. Alcohol from table sugar tastes like gasoline, but it gets the job done. In Finland, they call it kilju. Kilju. Wow. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they got. I mean, every different culture has different types of nicknames for what that may be. But gasoline. Oh my God. I don't know if I could stomach literally drinking like the equivalent of what gasoline tastes like. I actually just at work we have this new salad, and it's like the squash salad. It's squash, and I never knew. I don't know much about I didn't know if I liked squash or not. But all my other coworkers were hating on the salad, and they were like making it and they all had samples, and they made me have a sample. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll eat it. And I was just like, the sauce on this tastes so bad, it really, but the squash part of it didn't. And I'm like, maybe I should get a squash and see if I like it. So I think next time I go to the store, I'm going to get some squash and see if I like it. I mean, it doesn't taste bad. It was exaggerating some, but it still doesn't taste good. Well, unfortunately, I mean, I'm honestly very, very picky with alcoholic beverages. Like, I can't just drink any type of beer or whatever. I just can't handle it for some reason. I don't like it. But if it's like a sweet or like a savory type of flavor into it, I could be down with it. With like wines, mead, ciders, ales, and stuff like that. I mean, I know I can be alright with hard liquors because I've had whiskey before too. When you make your own homemade hooch, you can call whatever it's called freeze distillation. I mean, you can even start or start like a new name trend, like how moonshine begun. I mean, because they were making their alcohol under the shine of the moon. Stick it in the freezer, the water freezes, the alcohol doesn't. And you pour the alcohol off and get a stronger product. Nice. I did have some mead the other week. Cool. Yeah, I mean, there's like you can't get mead here, but there's this Trader Joe's sells mead, and luckily I have one near me. So when I turn 21, I'll be most definitely making trips to Trader Joe's like at least once a month to grab a supply of mead to enjoy myself with. I can get it down here. Lucky. Lucky. That's all I have to say, because it is hard to find mead. Like, insanely hard. I mean, even to find, like, very good cider, you have to, there's this one cider called Foxtail Cider that's only in Hood River, because the distillery's there. And, yeah, it's good. I can say it's probably the equivalent to mead. And one little glass of that will fuck you up. Like, I remember only having a little glass with me and my uncle, and we were just had a little drink of it, and already I was like, damn, this fucked me up. I'm like, oh, I'm good. I got a good like buzz off it, just off of one little thing of it. I'm like, that's good cider, and it tasted so good. I mean, yeah, I mean, like, I know, like, and what's funny is that my dad, not to like get super personal, but like my dad is, you know, recovering-ish alcoholic. I say ish because he's fucked up a couple times already, but I can totally get, you know, socially or just casually having a drink every now and then, because that's totally fine, you know. I mean, it's a very social thing too when you're just out, like, because one way to get a good conversation started is like, hey, do you want a drink? And be like, hey, yeah, sure, got a little drink buddy for a little bit. Hey, so what's going on, you know? But yeah, cider has tons of sugar and can cause bad hangovers. Yeah, I actually learned in one of my health classes that what was it? That alcoholic beverages like wine, mead, cider, and other like fruit-based or like like fruit-based and sweeter beverages tend to have more cause for hangover, while the actual drunkenness side effects don't really catch on unless you drink enough of it. While ethanol-based alcohol, like in the Eastern Europe, they get drunk quicker, but they don't get as bad hangovers. So they can have like half a bottle of vodka and be totally plastered off their ass and not be super hungover the next day. I mean, because he pulled off a study. I could probably try to find it. Of like alcohol of Europe. So maybe I could find it. Alcohol of Europe. Okay, alcohol belts of Europe. Maybe this is it. Oh, well, you know, there's just images. That works. Okay, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It just gives me, Okay, here we go. The alcohol belts of Europe are regions in Europe which are considered to be divided by association with either beer, wine, or spirits. What? Okay, spirits is another word for liquor, it looks like. The alcohol belts refer to traditional beverages, countries, rather than what is most commonly drunk by the populace today. So the wine belt, which is the wine drinking countries, is obviously France, Italy, Spain, Portugal, and the Balkans. Like practically all of the Balkans drinks wine, besides Albania. So the beer belt, which is, you know, just beer. It's obviously Germany, Czech Republic, UK, Ireland. Denmark is actually 50-50, and Switzerland, Austria, and 50-50 in Slovakia, and the Netherlands too, and Belgium and Luxembourg. And the vodka belt. Vodka. That is basically Eastern Europe entirely. Besides, there's no data for Belarus, Kazakhstan, Moldova, or Turkey, but Albania is also part of the vodka belt. Vodka! Oh, yes. And it says Denmark is categorized either as a beer country or a spirit drinking country with a Northern European pattern of alcohol consumption. Slovakia is categorized either as the beer drink country with a Central European pattern of alcohol consumption or as a country with Northern European pattern of alcohol consumption. So, yeah, I mean, this is off of Wikipedia, but it gave the same premise exactly what my teacher in my personal health class earlier this year in college was talking about. Not this term, but last term or a couple terms ago. Let's go back to my little stream chat. Got family from the Balkans. They love liquor too. Yeah, I mean, it sounds about. It seems about right-ish, at least, because there's parts of the Balkans where it shows that it's vodka-based, but or spirit-based drinking, while there's a large swath of like the Central Balkans, like Romania and Serbia, which are oh, this is weird. there's a different one that shows a little bit of a different results, but I'm gonna visit this one, see what's the difference. Okay, well, it doesn't give me much of a difference. Alright then, whatever. Just brings me back to the same page. So I don't know what the difference is. But yeah, it looks like there's a little different. Here, I'll just pull it up. It looks like there's like a slight difference in these two pages here, but I don't know. I mean, but both of them seem relatively the same thing besides a few minute differences. So here's the one I was naming off earlier. This one right here. And this is the next one. So overall, I mean, there's not too much of difference, but I'm not too sure what both maps are meaning in this sense. Map Europe, if individual countries grouped by preferred type of alcoholic beverage based on recording of alcohol per capita consumption in 2010. While this is individual countries grouped into 3 regions and by dominant patterns. So this is regions by the dominant pattern. I was slipping off there for a sec stupidly. And this is more based off the actual countries themselves. So it seems like spirits is an Albanian and Bulgarian thing still, while most of the Balkans is beer-based. But in region, it's wine-based. So I guess that's because of Croatia and Montenegro in Greece, I think. That's probably where that influence comes in. But I don't know. Pretty interesting, though. Pretty cool. I haven't even gotten into my other 2 things that I didn't get to last stream, so I might as well pull those up here in a second. Well, they're already pulled up. So, I actually did get a chance to listen to this next one we're about to get into. It's, I was just starting to get into it on my last stream before my phone died. And it was Joe Rogan and Candace Owens argue over climate change. And I did actually listen to this after that, just because, like, you know what, might as well. And honestly, just based on my own observations, Candace Owens just sounds like she's very, very not even ignorant, I would say arrogant on the whole argument. Candace Owens sounds like an insufferable cunt. Well, I wouldn't maybe say she's an insufferable cunt. I mean, but she's on the Joe Rogan show, so I guess she has to kind of put off a little bit of an appearance. But she's a conservative black woman, basically, and which sounds funny, but it kind of is a little bit. But oh damn, Paul's on like near this planet that looks like fucking Saturn. That's pretty cool. Do go look up her debate with Blair White on the Dave Rubin show. Oh boy, oh boy. Might as well. Candace Owens, Blair. Oh, what do you know? On the Rubin Report. Oh boy. Oh no. In a heated debate about recent controversy surrounding Candace's website. Something. Oh man. This looks fun. This looks fun. The Rubin Report. Social autopsy. Okay. Subscribe to the Rubin Report. No thanks. Slow zoom in on Dave. Curb Your Enthusiasm theme plays. Oh my god. This whole thing makes conservative women look bad. Oh man. Where they were screaming? They were screaming. Oh, do you know the exact timestamp? Because if you do, I'll go straight to it and listen to that.
But you said you didn't even watch her.
Some points here, and it's hard to not get lost in this person said this on this video, and we tweeted this and that whole thing.
I agree with that.
You are admitting that this was...
Okay, I've already conceded to you that they could...
Okay,
this is relevant now because these are Byron Queen YouTubers that saw someone rising up quickly. This is envy dressed up as righteousness, period. This doesn't even make sense.
God.
Oh, later it took them...
Oh my god. What?
Like, I talked about extensive...
I'm like in the 46-minute mark and it already looks ridiculous. Like, what the fuck?
With that guy, he says, yeah, no,
I'm skipping a lot here. I just want to see him start yelling at each other.
What?
She never said you felt bad about it. You did it to her.
Well, okay, so I don't want to put words in your mouth. Do you feel bad that...
If a year ago people's were addresses...
Oh man. This... Man, now I'm at the 55-minute mark, and I'm already like, oh boy. Oh man, this looks just like so. This looks fun. This looks fun to watch. Oh boy. I wonder what Blair's butthole looks like. Oh boy. I don't know.
And then
this is the first time I've seen her,
here's the thing, I've
or at least like actually like seen her and actually recognize that's Blair White, because I've heard her name but never like put face to name. But man, I need to listen to this. This looks like a fucking gold mine, dude. This looks like a gold mine. Oh man, that is a gold mine I need to just tap into. I'm gonna.
Person.
I'm not talking about me. We never met. I'm talking about you jumping on, talking about Infowars, who gave you a platform, jumping on a podcast, talking about Paul Joseph Watson, Alex Jones. I thought it made you a really crappy person.
So because
it's a crappy person.
So because I did a live stream part of
makes you a really crappy person. A crappy person. It's like what's this? Like she was doing this. Like whoa, you're just. It makes you a crappy person. A crappy person. Like whoa, that is the weirdest like mannerism ever. Like what do you do? Did you see Digby's face reveal? Yeah, and I saw him go eating the whole thing of ranch. That was fucking insane, dude. I think I was watching that live, and I was also talking to my mom too at the same time. And then I just saw that. I'm like, and my mom was like, "That guy's just gross." I'm like, "Oh my god." And I actually hate ranch, so when he did that, I actually was gagging because I was like, "What the fuck?" Oh, I was like, "Oh god, oh." That ranch, oh. And I just don't like ranch. I really just don't. Like, I think I can handle Chipotle ranch because I put that on some sandwiches and shit. But straight, pure ranch, like, I just couldn't handle. But yes, Digby did have a cute face, I ain't gonna lie. I'm just like, damn. I saw the other comment, though, like, what the fuck? Oh shit! It didn't even pop up on this one yet. Oh, that's that's gonna be great. All right. Well, let's get right into Candace's on climate change, because this is a gold mine in itself as well.
Nightwalkers at the point.
But I don't understand how you think that we're almost losing America and there's a battle for America. Like,
I really feel that, like just in every regard, in terms of just the people that were running, like Hillary Clinton, like this woman was a globalist. Like just think about who we were in bed with, like Saudi Arabia, selling all of our uranium to Russia, like Trump.
I found a stem on my cheek. I'm not even gonna ask how that happened.
Came in and was like, no, like America, people, we were the gap, like we we're losing the middle class. The gap between the rich and the poor was like literally. So
far she actually sounds pretty reasonable, because the points she's bringing up, I'm actually not disagreeing with. Like, there is definitely a gap between the rich and the poor, for sure. Hillary, I won't probably label as a globalist, but definitely an establishment figure who would spread her world, like her type of narrative on the world geopolitics scales, because she already had that taste, essentially, when she was Secretary of State and when Bill Clinton was president. So, I mean, that was just her trying to continue her legacy. So, I mean, there's definitely a lot of merit. I don't want to say a lot of merit, but there's merit to what she has to say here. And oh damn, Paul just murked a fat ship of some sort. Damn, he's going ham over here. I'll have to check out what's going on over there in a second.
What do you think is causing that?
Policies, shipping all of our jobs overseas, the regulation, the government getting bigger and bigger. You can't do anything as an entrepreneur in America without peace.
So, right there, I mean, I agree with the first part, but the second part's like, I mean, we keep cutting back on regulations, and that's been the problem. And it's not that there's been too much regulation. I think there's definitely too much regulation in certain aspects of the government. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a point for that. But I mean, all government. I mean, especially. I mean, when was this? May 31st is. I mean, I think this particular podcast is on the 30th, but it could be in the 31st. I have no idea. But I mean, but considering how we're just continuously deregulating everything, like from the EPA to Wall Street to, you know, these big banks and stuff, I mean, you know, I think we're doing that, and it's not working really well. So, I mean, that's the start. That's the start of a gold mine of just juiciness.
paper from the government, discouraging people with this piece of paper, like shutting down the factories, forgetting that there's something, there's a little land between New York and LA, believe it or not. Like, this is what Trump understood. We were losing that. And Trump appealed to those people. I'm still floored. Like, as I'm traveling the world and seeing different pieces of the country, I'm learning how ignorant I was. Like, and that's the best thing in the entire world. Just, I fell victim to the idea that, like, it was progress. We have to care about the environment. It was progress. And it's like, no, like, we've been losing America.
There we go. We have to care about the environment. It's progress. That's where this begins. This is where this whole climate change debate starts, and that's where the gold mine begins. And oh boy, is it great.
Has been losing, and Donald Trump understood that in a way that I didn't, and I thought...
think we have to care about the environment? Like,
no. Like, oh man, when she just kind of got that, like, scoffing response, I went, oh fuck, here we go. This just reminds me of every... Like, this is like the embodiment of every time I've argued with my own dad about climate change, because he thinks this the same way. And I'm like, I literally had a class on global climate change. And it wasn't even, humans are doing climate change. It's like, here's what climate change is as a thing, this is what the world does. Here's examples of what it does in the past. Here's everything within it. Here's what it does. Here's the difference between climate change and weather. Here's what weather does. We actually learned about climate, like all that stuff. And then like the very last like 2.5 weeks, we actually started going into the political and social aspects of climate change, which is what we kind of see every day. And I mean, I loved that class. It was such a great class. It was very, very informative. It went into detail on so much stuff, and I kind of want to take it again just for the hell of it, just because it was great. I loved it, and there's just so much evidence, so much evidence that's just not even debatable that humans, because of science's consensus at this point, just as a basis, is showing that humans are making an impact, is very negative one at that, towards the environment due to our impacts on it, from the amount of CO2 emissions that we are just pumping out in the air, to fracking, to extraction of fossil fuels. I mean, that's all a major problem. Oh, dude, it's gonna be a shit show. Oh my god, man. That's my main argument that I bring up now at this point, about the climate change argument, because I just throw one of their arguments right back at them. You think we have a refugee crisis and an immigration problem now? Wait 30 years, my friend. Wait 30 years, because the Middle East and North Africa, South Africa's Cape Town doesn't even have water anymore. When's that town not going to be habitable anymore? You know what I mean? So imagine when North Africa, from Egypt, Libya, besides the Nile, basically, but that will dry up and burn out really soon if this trend continues. And then the Middle East, from Saudi Arabia to Israel, Syria, Iraq, and all these places. It's, oh my god, I don't even want to know I don't even want to think about, like, the worst case scenario in that situation. There's going to be literal wars of water. There's going to be land wars again. Like, we're going to be conquering other lands just so we can survive, because our lands are just uninhabitable, And that definitely freaks me out. And it's just literally mostly the United States that seems to be a debate. So, I don't know, it's definitely crazy that we're the one country that seems to still make this a very big debate, while pretty much every other modern nation has made the consensus of, yeah, we should do regulations and try to help combat climate change in some way, to help make the negative outcomes less atrocious in the long run. Because, in a lot of ways, we're already over the hump. In a lot of ways, a lot of the damage is unrepairable now. So, who knows? Like, it's gonna, at this point, like, the rest of the world, I hope, honestly, starts kind of cracking down on the U.S. Like, I wouldn't mind if if Europe as a whole is like, okay, we're gonna start doing some shit to you, U.S., because you're fucking up. And if they do, depending on what the particular action they take, I'll probably be for it. But if it's over some unreasonable nonsense, I would be against it, because like you're punishing the U.S. over a specific unrelevant issue while you could be punishing for these issues. Come on. But yeah, at this point, people need to just kind of start standing up towards the U.S. because we're kind of running thing on our own. I wouldn't say like on our own resources, but we're definitely running thing on our own, ability to sustain ourselves here as a country. Because if we don't make these changes towards like progressive policies to protect the environment, to get housing for people, which will save money, to get healthcare for people, rebuild our infrastructure, get renewable energies for sure. I mean, unless these things start happening soon, like literally 2020 is probably the most important election that's going to happen besides 2016. Like I'm going to call that now, because if we don't get Bernie or any other populist left type of candidate into office at that point, we're essentially fucked, because then there's going to be no actual direction and drive for us at that point. I mean, because by that point, if we aren't unable to make changes then I mean, so much of the damage is going to be so severe that even what fixes we do make, it's not going to make the difference at that point. Which is why I'm hoping in 2018, we get a wave starting to form, and the tide starts turning, and it is in a lot of places, but isn't in other places as well. So it's still kind of a fishy elections going on for this year. Daddy ignore. Yes, come there, Daddy. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, hopefully, I've always been very optimist. Is that Gold Peak tea? No, it's Pure Leaf. I'm sold out to Pure Leaf, cause I'm pure, man. I'm big pure. I'm big pure. But yeah, like I don't know if yeah, like when I used to do WeTubing a lot, I used to have a jug of tea like this all the time in my videos. So I'm kind of making that as a comeback, because I happen to buy a bunch of that right now. I have a bunch because I bought a bunch. That was a really weird phrasing of a sentence. We don't have Pure Leaf there? What the fuck? Dude, that's like a crime, bro. That's a crime. Like, this stuff is pretty good. This stuff is good. This stuff's good. That's a crime, though. What the hell, man? What the hell? Like, they need to get Pure Leaf into that South Carolina life. Or North Carolina life. I don't know which Carolina you are, I forgot. It's North Carolina, I remember now. Because I used to be friends with someone in South Carolina online. But I'm still friends with her. I haven't talked to her in a long time, though. But took a page out of Kyle's book and been drinking seltzer 24/7. Love soda, but try to keep my sugars down. Yeah, man. I mean, I kind of... Oh, South Carolina? Oh, my God. So it's in the same state that it's also the other person I'm talking about. Okay. So it's South Carolina. All right. I don't know why I was thinking North Carolina for a second. Maybe I don't fucking know. It's one of the Carolinas she lives at, but yeah, I mean, I haven't even started drinking seltzer myself. I just drink tea and juice for the most part. Like I try to avoid unhealthy sugars for the most part, because sugars aren't bad if it's like actual like healthy sugars like fructose and stuff like that. So I tend to try to stick to juice and stick to tea instead. And also, if there is sugar, I try to get cane sugar based stuff instead. I'm a Pepsi person, trying to go to water. Sweet or unsweet juice. The juice kind of depends. I get a variety of different juices. There's this one juice, tea. I do sweet tea, I ain't gonna lie, so there is sugar in that, but I'm pretty sure it's cane sugar. Oh, it doesn't specify. Oh, okay. Normally it specifies if it's cane sugar, but it didn't, so I cannot confirm that, so I don't think it is, but yeah, I generally do try to avoid sugars in general. Like, one thing I normally do is wow, holy fuck, I need screens, man. I need screens for this damn thing. But, And then yeah, sweet tea there. Oh yeah, we have all sorts of different teas. Like, if there's like one thing that Oregon loves more than wine, beer, and trees, it's probably tea. And not anything specific, because we have such a variety of tea. Like we have Pure Leaf, we got Gold Peak, we got, what else? We just got like local brands, organic brands, all sorts of brands. We got all the brands, including Arizona, Peace Tea, all the stuff. I mean, I just prefer Pure Leaf just because it tastes good. Thought it was only a southern thing. Oh no, definitely not. Though I have to say, southern style sweet tea is a lot better. It's definitely a lot better. I have to say that for sure. Because I have folks in Texas, and they got real good sweet tea. McDonald's is also carrying a so-called sweet tea. Yeah, I think what their sweet tea is like Gold Peak tea that, you know, is like one of those things. Because we have a tea dispensary thing that right next to our soda fountains at work. So it wouldn't surprise me that's their setup too. Let's take a hit of this. I didn't get back into Candice Owens' bullshit because I don't even think we got into any of her points into it. Because it gets insane. We left off at the part where she just kind of chuckles to just nothingness. Well, there's something. Huh, there's like something burning in there. I saw that comment and I am now compelled to read it. You need to come to Charleston so we can do a live stream where we can smoke up in steps of church where it's shooting happened. Yeah, like, you know, when I get a vehicle at some point, because I'm going to get my license this year too. It was one of my New Year's resolutions in the first place. And when I do that, one of the things I'm going to be doing is doing travel. I'm going to be traveling to, at least for first thing I want to do is do like a whole trip around Oregon, go to every spot that I can possibly think of in Oregon and check it out. Go camping out there and everything, go to Crater Lake, stuff like that. And then the next trip I'll probably plan is do a West Coast thing and then travel up to the East Coast and after that. So if I do go do a trip like that, I'll be definitely doing maybe like a meetup in Charleston or something like that. But because that'll be cool. I mean, it'll be kind of like sombering to check out the actual place of shooting, kind of recognize that, wow, I'm at this place. But you know, but it'll be cool though at the same time. Like, and I can like have a sense of like respect with that, you know, smoking up to some people that they need to go, pretty much. Crater Lake is surreal. You can drink, so clean. You can drink the water straight out of the lake. Yeah, I mean, it's also very warm, and I think there's something unique about it where, no matter. I could be wrong, but I think it's like where you can like float. Like, you can't sink in it, but I could be wrong on that. And it's also very warm, from what I've heard. But I've never been there. Like, I live in Oregon, and I've never been to fucking Crater Lake, dude. I've never been there. Like, no one in my family is like, hey, let's go to Crater Lake. It's like, nope, I don't get that. So I want to go there and, like, learn about that fucking place. I mean, it's cool. It's cool as shit. Like, I've seen pictures of it. I've seen videos of the place. It just looks so awesome. I want to go to the little island, like in the middle of the crater, because that would be so cool to check out. I mean, damn. That's the Dead Sea due to the high salinity. I think due to high salt content. I know what you're trying to mean there. That's what you're thinking of. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I know the Dead Sea definitely does that. Maybe then I can offer a smoking party here in Philly. Oh, damn. Yeah, we'll just set up all sorts of smoking parties. And what the fuck? Yeah, Wizard Island. Yeah, you see, I didn't even know that island had a name. I thought it was like Crater Lake Island or something, but obviously it had its own name. Cat, you're like sliding on my back.
Not even a little bit?
No. Okay, let me clarify this. I don't throw trash on the ground. Like, I'm not saying like we need to like trash the environment. Like, but do I believe in climate change? No.
You don't believe in climate change?
No. I think the climate always changes. I guess is what I say. Do I believe that this is like?
No. Conical Wizard app. Huh. I have to check up that island again. Hold on. 'Cause I vaguely remember what that island looked like. But while I'm looking that up, to her point, the climate always changes. It's kind of a no shit. I mean, I kind of even went into detail earlier how I learned that, yes, the climate always changes because that's what the Earth's thing does. But climate change is a long process compared to weather, which also always changes, is short term. That's kind of the main difference between climate change and weather, is that weather is essentially very, very short term changes in the climate, basically, which is just the weather at that point. And then climate change is essentially the long course of the global change in the Earth's climate. So, and now that, you know, humans have been around, that we've been definitely making an impact on that. And oh shit, dude, this is a really awesome picture. Personal favorites, okay. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, I can kind of see where that wizard hat comes from. It doesn't really look like it to me. It kind of looks like, oh fuck, a volcano, but that's Crater Lake right there. It looks like you could actually, like, walk yourself over to the island, too. I don't know if you can, though, because, again, I've never been there, which sucks. It's so much dick. But I would love to actually, like, go to that island, because I'm sure you could. It's a little black volcanic mound. People will walk around on it. Okay, so you can go on it. All right, yeah. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to go to that island. For sure, because I would walk in it. You walked into an island. You found a tunnel and walked inside the island. Gotta take a boat ride to it? Damn. Can't just make your own little boat ride. But that would be cool. I mean, I would love to... Oh, yeah, here's a picture of somebody taking a picture from the island towards the crater right here. That's cool, though. Yeah. It's pretty awesome. I mean, this is, like, why I'm an environmentalist in a lot of ways. Because, I mean, look at this natural... I mean, look how clean that water is, man. I mean, and just how beautiful, you know, just how beautiful, you know, nature is in general. I mean, because I definitely live in a very unique place where there's so much nature and so much beauty to be beholden here that it definitely really brings me a more sense of a respect for nature in that sense, especially with how close it is for me. Like it's about an hour drive to government camp in Mount Hood National Forest. It's about a 30-minute drive south to go towards the valleys, and it's about an hour drive west to the Blue Mountains, where that's in between the coast and the valley. And it's probably about an hour and a half drive to Timberline, and probably about an hour 45-minute drive to Mount Hood Meadows, which are ski resorts. So yeah, I mean, it's not that far to go anywhere, and it takes about like 2 to 3 hours, depending on where you want to go, to get anywhere really awesome in Eastern Oregon. I mean, it's not that hard to go anywhere in Oregon and just not only have, like, you know, a look into the you know, nature, but you know, and also just different bioregions, because Eastern Oregon is more savanna-like and desert-like and tropic like, and then while like Central Oregon and the valley regions is very evergreen and very forested, while the East Coast is or not the East Coast, the Oregon coast is very it's the same way and just cool too. Yeah, I mean, there's, like, I've probably been to every town besides Gold Beach. I've probably been to every little town in on the Oregon coast. So, like, whenever we went on vacations in Oregon, it was definitely the Oregon coast or Mount Hood. Like, because, I mean, you can't really beat those places. I mean, there's Rimrock Beach, Cannon Beach, Lincoln City, Astoria, Newport, Seaside, Gold Beach, Tillamook. I'm probably missing a few. Astoria is another one. I mean, there's a lot of little, and there's even towns smaller than that aren't even on the map that are that you can go to there that are just really cool. And I mean, so much of the Oregon coast is definitely very beautiful. That's for sure. That's why I love Oregon. Like, if I wouldn't want to live. I mean, not saying any other state's bad. That's for sure. But like when it comes to like natural beauty, I mean, Oregon really is very unique in that sense, and that's why I love like living here because of just the natural beauty. Coos Bay is the hometown. Oh yeah, Coos Bay is another one. It's the hometown of famous runner Steve Perfrontini. Yeah, and where I live in Milwaukee, I don't know if you heard of Dark Horse Comics, but they're kind of big now. But their main original business was set up here in Milwaukee, and you can their little shop is still there, open, and it's really cool. It's a pretty cool spot. Utah's got Oregon beat. I don't know, man. There's a lot of Mormons hidden around in there. There's a lot of Mormons like sneaking around in the bushes. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, I mean, every state has so much unique beauty to it that, I mean, it's really hard to compare different. Like, because Utah is a totally different region too. So you can say that when it comes to the beauty of a desert, I mean, Oregon definitely doesn't have a lot of that, because Eastern Oregon, while there's a lot of really cool places and a lot of awesome, beautiful places to go to, I mean, if you really want to check out beautiful deserts and stuff, Utah, Arizona, I mean, those places are definitely a lot better. Laws suck, but the desert's sublime. Oh, yeah, I know the laws definitely kind of suck out there. I'd kill to go to a trip in the middle of the desert. Oh, yeah, man. I mean, one of my major goals when I get a license is to, you know, make my friends go on camping trips with me and go out in every part of Oregon. I mean, like, because like I said, I want to make that as one of my trips. But I mean, you know, I mean, it's not even that, but it's just I don't really do much in general besides work, go to school, and do my hobby here on YouTube and just kind of do whatever the fuck. I mean, I don't really do much, so, you know, I think having a license will be very liberating in that sense, where I can actually go out and, like, check out shit. Like, because I've always talked about wanting to go camping, but I can't, you know, just due to time with everyone's time, because we can't organize the proper time to get that all set up. So I think, you know, once the summer starts and I get a license and everything, it'll be really great. Because me and my brother worked out something where I'm going to get his car, because he's gonna get a new one, but he's gonna pass down his current one to me once I get licensed. So that'll be a really great upgrade for just on my personal life on that part. And plus, I wouldn't have to pay for it. I just have to deal with insurance and gas and maintenance. So in that sense, that, you know, in a way, that's just my white privilege showing. I got white privilege. My privilege! I need to check myself! I'm kidding. I mean, my uncle gave me a Honda Civic for free. White privilege. Yep. Yeah, I'm getting Chevy Malibu, 2011, I think. It comes with, like, Series XS, and my brother installed some, like, new sound system in there, and he was thinking about taking it out. I'm like, bruh. I'm just like, whoa. You got a new sound system, you're telling me you have it set up in there, and now you're thinking about taking it out? You told me that just to say you'll take it out? What? Do you know how many albums I have that I would love to play more? Does he keep his car cleaner than his bong? Yes, he actually does. And, you know, I can't even say much, because look at mine. Look at that, dude. That's gross. So, I can't say shit. Actually, you know, I might as well change that and regress back into this whole fun climate change thing. And bathroom's just right on the other side of this door, so I can still hear this while I do the changing of the water. Because, goddamn, do I need to do that. And I used to be a clean freak with these things. Do you think young Mark Hamill was good looking? Yes, actually, I do. I thought young Mark Hamill was pretty damn good looking. I mean, even with how Mark Hamill looks now, he's still holding up all right. Actually, he looks like he can do Western films. Like if he was in a, like I can actually see him do a Western. Like if he did like a Western film or something like that, I would actually be like, dude, I feel like he could pull that off. I kind of want him to now. I mean, I'm following him on Twitter, so maybe I can do that. I don't know. Tweet at him, be like, yo, try to do a Western film, see if it works. Because I mean, he could be like an old sheriff or like an old wanderer or some shit. Like do like his own vision of like fucking the Man with No Name or something like that. I mean, not literally off of that, but I mean that'd be cool. I mean, cool. Like seeing it and kind of that just popped in my head now. I didn't even think about that until just now. So yeah, I think I should do that. Tweet at him, spam him until he does it. Even though I highly doubt he'll actually listen, but it'll be worth a shot. He was my crush ever since I was little. Yeah, I don't know who would be my crushes, I would say, when I was young. I think that would... You know, I don't really think I had a major... Yeah. He's a cool guy. Yeah, he definitely is a pretty cool guy. I felt kind of bad... I felt kind of bad for his character Luke, though, in the last Star Wars movie. Not Solo, because he wasn't in that. I haven't seen that movie yet, but I heard terrible things. Kurt Cobain, too. Yeah, I mean, I already had a high respect for Kurt Cobain. I mean, hearing more about his life now, I thought, damn, now I even have more respect. It's definitely a shame that he's dead. Whether he was killed or offed himself, either or, it's still sad. But off to the water, changing of the waters, and I'll go back to this Candace Owens thing and continue my opinion on her ridiculousness, because it gets fun. But anyway, this is like more brown than... Alright, let's make a comparison. Oh my god, my tea is more clear than this shit. Yeah. Got a fucked up back to sclerosis. Yeah, I mean, I definitely know, not me personally, but I definitely know and can sympathize and understand the problems of having bad backs, because my uncle had recently, about a month and a half ago, surgery due to his bad back. He didn't have sclerosis, but he had lumbar stenosis, and also it wasn't sepsis, it was something else, and it was just, yeah, it to the point where it was pinching his nerves, and it practically numbed his legs to the point he was paralyzed, essentially. It was pretty fucked. Pretty bad. But he's doing better now. He's fine, but it was still pretty insane couple days. It was like the day that we had to take him in because he realized he couldn't walk was just like, fuck. That was a tough day, but we made it through, and he's definitely doing a lot better now for it. But I'm changing this water here really quick. I'm going to stop talking.
You know, an issue that is being, that is global warming, which they've changed conveniently, got rid of the word once scientists started disproving it. Now they only say climate change. No, I think that was just a way to extract dollars from Americans. I don't at all believe they had no actionable plan. It was great for Trump to get out of that deal. It's terrible.
Okay, but this is an incredibly complicated subject.
Right.
And you would have to talk to a bunch of different scientists
right.
and see how they gather data and see what they understand about CO2 levels and what's the danger of them
right.
and what can combat it and what cannot. Have you done all this, or
no,
do you
so
take this flippant opinion?
No, listen, I'm not. This wouldn't be the hill I died on, right? But it's not my part. I just genuinely, I've read a ton about it, but I would not be able to. I would not be able to come to you and say like, this is my strong opinion. But here's like the easiest way to say this, right?
Okay.
The fact that there is a disparity in the science community about whether or not it's real is enough to.
It's very little.
Yep.
Very little disparity.
But,
Most scientists, the vast majority, agree that human beings are negatively affecting climate change.
Yeah.
The vast majority.
Yeah, I just don't think so.
Okay, so I just need to get some alcohol, because even with the clearness, it's still kind of like bronzish copper. It's like, God, like, I really let this one go. But she's just literally sitting there, just like, okay, let me just replay just the last little spit here.
They understand about CO2 levels and what's the danger of them
right.
and what can combat it and what cannot. Have you done all this, or
no,
do you
so
take this flippant opinion?
No.
Listen, I'm not. This wouldn't be the hill I died on, right? But it's not the one part. I just genuinely.
This is not the hill I died on. Well, you're about to die on it for like the next, like. Let me close the door. You're about to die on it in like the next, what, 17 minutes here? About to rip a bong right now. Alright, well, I'm going to load up another one here and do a cheers for that. Unfortunately, I don't think my boy Joe here has any, unfortunately. I hope... I'll do a sympathy hit for that as well. But, yeah, I mean, she's just like, it's not the hill you died on, but you're going to die on it really badly.
Read a ton about it, but I would not be able to come to you and say, like, this is my strong opinion, but here's like the easiest way to say this, right?
Okay.
The fact that there is a disparity in the science community about whether or not it's real is enough to...
It's very little disparity. Most
there really is literally, like,
the vast...
It's about, I think there's literally like a 99% agreement on that we're making a, dude, kratom and weed make a good combo, man, I'm telling you. Hey, you know, it's not that I'm like being a bitch and not doing it or nothing, but I just haven't, like, I haven't really found a place where I can just easily get access to it. So I'm most likely going to be trying it maybe just for the hell of it, like, soon, but probably maybe not this week or next week or sometime, maybe next month I'll probably give it a shot. It's one main thing I'm going to do for sure is just finish up this term, because we're almost done with that. You're just being a bitch and not doing it. Excuse me, sir. I'm not. I am not. I'm just finishing this term, okay? Good sir. As long as I get that done, I won't give a fuck. I'm definitely not being a bitch, okay? Because Pitmonk had a link on his channel to an online vendor that I bought from. Oh, I forgot. That is right. Though YouTube did fuck him up on that. Here, I'll just... Pump Monk. I was going to say Pump Monk instead of Pimp. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, that's right. His videos, he, hit them all. Yeah, that's right. God damn. You know, fuck the YouTube for fucking up Pitmonk like this, man. At least he's on Pitmonk Live, so I'll check that out. Here we go. Support Pitmonk. PayPal, Patreon, Streamlabs, Amazon. Oh, it's another Amazon thing. Okay, well, it doesn't look like he's popped him back up really much anymore, but I will have to definitely look into that, though, for sure. Because if that's the case, I'll just do it that way. Fuck it. Because at least then it seems more certified online. But at the same time, though, that doesn't seem certified. I don't know. But if I find it, though, I'll definitely check it out there.
Majority agree that human beings are negatively affecting climate change.
Yeah.
The vast majority.
Yeah, I just don't think so.
He just told you so many examples, and you're just like, I don't think so. I don't think so.
So you think that the very few scientists that disagree with the consensus are the ones that are correct?
Well, I think if something is, it's either subjective or it's objective, and there are objective truths, right? But it's subjective if you're saying that there are some, and I don't think there's very little. There are some that don't get paid to go on TV. There's some that are not Bill Nye, who are not funded scientists. And
Headshots sell too. Well, I actually can't go to head shops yet. Like, in Oregon, there's a law where, there's a law in Oregon for tobacco products in general, so this includes head shops, just shops that sell bongs too as well, pipe shops and stuff like that. Because I know there's been shops like that do sell it, and that's my main problem, is that I can't get it. I can't get to these places because I have to be 21 and over. It's a recent law that Oregon did, that started this year. What? Yeah, I'm being serious. So, to buy, for example, tobacco, or let's say this bong, I have to be 21. It's a new, and you can, yeah, it used to be 18. That's the thing. And I found the law to be frivolous because it went way too far, I thought. Like, I could understand literally tobacco and shit, but everything else, like pipes and you know, and like grinders and the like I have to be 21 for that too. Like, I can use this grinder not even for weed or stuff. Like, I can make this for cooking food and shit if I really wanted to. I mean, I can like grind rosemary or something like that. or I mean, obviously that would just be an excuse to grind weed. But I mean, you know, yeah, I mean that's my main issue is the accessibility of it. I would have to like say, hey, I went into went to like one spot, checked it out. For cannabis is legal in Oregon, so therefore tobacco use thing's been dropped. Yeah, I mean it's still being used on some things, but not everything. Though for the most part, yeah, it has dropped for sure. But yeah, it's still. But yeah, but bongs are included in this law. So I mean, it's essentially like an add-on to. It's like a part add-on to you have to be 21 for the marijuana thing, and it's just adding tobacco with it as well, and it's making everything related to smoking these products 21 as well. So it sucks, but because I know a lot of friends still who are like 19 and they have to wait like 3 more fucking years now, instead of someone like me who I have to wait 2.5 months. So. Like, as soon as I'm 21, I'll be able to buy it on my own and not give a shit, but for now, it would have to be like I have to grab it for an occasion. Bro, are you dyslexic? No? At least I don't think so. I don't think I'm dyslexic. I mean, I write pretty good, for sure. I mean, I have to pop up something that I write. Oh, let me play this back real quick.
That has been a whole.
Well, Bill Nye's not a scientist.
I know.
He's not. He's
broke my heart when I
a
found out.
science
Mouthpiece.
propagandist.
Yeah, but that's the point.
No, that's not a good word.
I don't think Al Gore is a
propaganda,
scientist.
He's not. But Bill Nye is like a science influencer or a science entertainer.
Yeah, he's like a.
He doesn't have a background in actual science. He's not a scientist. He doesn't have a PhD. He's an
I learned about him in
undergraduate.
school. Like, everything I did in science had to do with Bill Nye.
Well, he
science,
promotes science, and science is not bad.
Yeah.
But the real
I think so when I was little. Was that what you said? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do have trouble spelling certain words, but overall, I'm definitely not, like, dyslexic. I mean, I'm mildly autistic, but that's about it. So, I mean, which is part of the reason why I smoke weed, because it helps with a lot of my anxieties on that issue. But, again, I should probably try kratom to see if that helps as well, because I know I definitely need to try it sometime, and I've definitely been considering that, especially lately. I mean, I'm glad it's still just a, quote, monitored substance, just so it's not illegal, but I think, like, there's only 5 states where it's okay. I'm autistic too, bro. Yeah, I mean, there's actually, like, a lot of people who are, like, I have, 2 friends who are, in real life as well, and, my dad is, which is how I have it, but he's a little bit more severe than I am. Yeah. Ailments depending on what strain you take. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just need to find out which strain to try, and I think you said there was like an orange it was orange something, I think, which if I find that, I'll try that out. I think it goes without saying that most DP fans are autistic. Oh my god, yeah, that's so true. I don't know if you were in the ideology chat earlier today before the Patreon episode with Paul, but the schism and the tisms were very high in the chat. Green Valley. Alright. Yeah, if I find Green Valley at this one spot that I know sells kratom, and hopefully I don't have to be 21 to get it, and if they have Green Valley, I'll try that out. And I'll probably make it in OJ, or I'll probably like stick it in one of these jugs and do it there. It has energizing but an opiate buzz, but it's good with weed. Well, I don't know what an opiate buzz feels like because I haven't tried opiates, but I guess I'll find out when I try kratom though, because that does give that similar experience buzz due to hitting the same receptors. Any green strain will work, but the Bali variety is the best in my opinion. Alright, well, Bali and green. Alright, so those 2 names. If I see one of those names, I'll definitely check it out, though, for sure. Because I know there's a couple strains at this one spot that doesn't, it's not a head shop, it's just like a little, you know, like those little Korean markets that are just scattered everywhere. It's like one of, I mean, we have those a lot. I mean, think of like those little local like family-owned convenience stores that are just scattered everywhere. It's one of those, and it's just that most of the ones here are Korean. But besides that, red strains are even more opiate-like, but they'll make you very tired. Dude, you missed out. I missed out. Oh no, I hate missing out on shit. I hate missing out. And speaking of missing out, I'm probably gonna have to upgrade my patronage from the $5 Tomatinho to the $10 Tomatinho, because I didn't even realize they made the upgrade. I mean, I've always said that I would love to watch Flash Fried live. I mean, not like here, but I've $10 reward. What does that say? What's the full checkout with this? Oh, show description. The chef's table. Ooh, shit, the chef's table. The whole buffet above and much more. Cool. Well, I'll read that later. I don't want to just read this out loud. I'll continue back on this. I keep digressing to all sorts of shit.
Problem is with
but that's totally fine. I mean, these streams are just meant to be like, who gives a fuck, basically.
Change is that, for sure, there has been ups and downs throughout the history of this planet. They're observable.
There we go.
They found them in. It was one of the subjects that I had earlier today with Dr. Robert Schock. In 2014, the vast majority, 87% of scientists, said that human activity is driving global warming. Yet only half the American public ascribe to that view. So,
well, what website is
87%, and this is
Scientific American.
Yeah.
Yeah, .com though.
Okay, so they straight up pulled a website. What was it called? scientificamerican.com. And just listen to her excuse on this.
Yet only half the American public ascribe to that view. So,
well, what website is
87%.
What website is this?
This
reasonable question.
Scientific American.
Yeah.
Yeah, .com though. Like.
.com though. .com though.
So that means it's making money. I don't trust that. If it was
it's making money. I don't trust that.
.org, I would probably take that. But this is just a random website, and
well,
I don't trust
American.
Okay, Scientific American is also not a random website, by the way.
American is not necessarily a random website.
Yeah, I don't believe this like at all. Just so you know.
I don't believe this like at all. Like at all. Well, I hate to quote Ben Shapiro, but bitch, facts don't care about your feelings. I mean, fuck.
I don't believe it like at all.
I genuinely don't.
I love Rogan's response. You don't believe in it in like at all. Like just doing his little head to work. That was perfect.
But I know you do, but I genuinely don't believe it.
I believe most of the time the consensus of scientists that are studying the data.
Right.
And so what they're doing is
But do
studying...
you remember all of the stories that came out about the scientists that said that when they tried to present their evidence to show like they were basically just getting shut down at every corner? You can pull that up too. Like scientists who look up the opposite, right? Instead of looking for what you're searching for.
What? Look up the opposite, I guess. Like, huh? That doesn't make sense. That really doesn't make sense. What does that mean? First you said
that when they tried to present their evidence to show like they were basically just getting shut down at every corner.
Okay, so they're trying to present evidence and supposedly getting shut down at every corner, and he's like, okay, where do I look for that? And she's like, just look up the opposite. I'm like, what? Huh?
Corner. You can pull that up too. Like scientists who look up the opposite, right? Instead of looking for what you're searching for, looking for what you're not looking for.
I did search for it. That's when I found it.
Oh shit. Where did my chat go? Varg basically made a video where he blah blah. The hypothesis is that he thinks autists are the way they are because they retain a primal sort of hunter's instinct. He made you sound badass. You know, I could actually see that a little bit. I have to watch the video myself. But I could kind of see that because I'm a very observant type of person. Like I will like when I'm out in nature and stuff, and for example, or just out in my backyard, I will be very curious and be very observant and like analyze shit and stuff. I'm a very analytical person when it just comes to things in general, and I can kind of see that because if I'm a hunter, you want to be very analytical what you're gonna do because you don't want to get yourself in harm's way while you're trying to claim a kill, you know? And you also want to analyze what your prey is doing, too. and you want to make sure that you know where you're stepping. And also, I always like to kind of look down when I walk around and stuff to kind of see where I step and not make a lot of noise. And that's kind of a hunter's thing to do, is to be silent, you know. So I can see that. I can see that. That's actually, I can. I probably wouldn't say it's like developing as like a primal sort of instinct, but I can see where he kind of comes from with that, though. Because I think it's more on the lack of development and, like, I don't know exactly which part of the brain, but, like, the part where it influences your speech and, like, social interaction, essentially, while other parts would be probably more vibrant, like art and like being in creative and arts and like in creativity and memory or mathematics, which have you. Claims that the penetry for fine analytical detail and heightened philosophical thoughts to stimuli is more primitive and paleo-human way of thinking. Yeah, I mean, and I definitely have a heightened response to stimuli for definitely with taste and touch. So I definitely can see that for sure. I mean, yeah, I mean, he kind of brings up a really interesting point in that. So I wonder kind of what the scientific research on that, like in this particular type of, you know, digging, like, because we know that, like, it definitely, there's, like, a definitely different development within the brain, of course, because it's different, so. He says it's the way that hunter-gatherer people would have evolved to be. So, in a way, it will be kind of like an old gene, essentially, being, that was nearly, or that was a dominant trait, but it became recessive into more of essentially, like, what, I mean, what's the word? I was doing the quote thing because I knew I was going to say something probably not right, but which makes sense because high-functioning autism is most common in European peoples who are primarily hunter-gatherers. Yeah, I mean, and it makes sense that men get it way more than females do as well, because the men were the hunters and the gatherers. And also, that makes sense because, I mean, I've noticed that, I mean, because I'm Danish Norwegian ethnically, I noticed that people who tend to be more Nordic or more northern and Germanic in descent tend to have a higher chance of having autism or similar type of functionality. So you're autistic? I missed the part. Got dropped. Yeah, I actually am. I thought I might have mentioned it before, but yeah, I'm actually like really mild on that spectrum. So it's not like a super noticeable thing, because obviously you were like, wait, what? You're autistic? What? But yeah, I mean, I've had they found out around like first or second grade for me, so I was actually able to have the opportunity to have extra counseling and extra development, not like, you know, in one of those classes where you see like the mentally disabled kids that and stuff where they're like Down syndrome or some shit. I mean, I wasn't in any of that, but I did have like kind of a separate counselor essentially my entire school life, essentially, who was with me, who helped guide me through my development, which I would say has definitely made a big impact on my social interaction stuff, because during like my, especially like middle school or high school life, I was a super shy person, and even the idea of going to a store and having to like talk to someone while I'm getting foods and stuff to me was like, what? I don't like that. But now I'm like, whatever, you know? I'm high functioning, like a mellow case. Yeah, I mean, my specifics is Asperger's and high functioning as well. So, yeah, I mean, for me, it's, like, I don't really mention it that much anymore at this point, just because it's like, at this point, it's just mainly just my anxiety, like, and how to treat that. I mean, once I can get that dealt with, I, for the most part, will be alright. Because, I mean, there's times where I can, Stefan, how do you do, my man? What the fuck, Carl Rove? Yeah, he's one of my other followers who has popped in today. Yeah, he's yeah, Carl Rove. Lyle, the conservative commentator guy. Mm-hmm. Yep. This is one of my other friends. Alright, well, get a little introduction. Oh shit, I'm actually out. Alright, well. Anyway, alright, well, damn. Yo, pass me some of that whiskey. I wish this was whiskey. I wish it was. I think for, like, when I get the podcast going eventually, like, when that actually becomes a thing, I don't know how I want to, like, do the big bang, you know what I mean? I need to definitely think of a big start for number one. I know there's gonna be a lot of schmokage, but I feel like there needs to be like a little extra, so I have no idea what I'll do with that. That'll be interesting. But anyway, I'm gonna let this play really quick, and actually I need to grab a munch. Chief of Staff in the Bush administration. Yeah, I had to look him up myself. I was like, wait, why does he sound familiar? But I don't get it. But I looked him up. I'm like, oh, Bush administration. I get it now. But yeah, we're currently now. What was that other one? You need to live stream at one of the big bike rides. Oh my god, dude! I need to, dude. I need to do that because I could. I would just have to hold on to my camera and ride the bike at the same time, and I can. At that point, I can probably test my interview skills, like ask people questions about, you know, why they're at this ride and shit like that. We fought for your freedom in Iraq. Oh yes, we did. Brought you freedom, oil, democracy, but most importantly, freedom. Thought I was gonna say oil there, huh? Well, don't worry. That was I did a little play on there.
Sorry.
Yeah,
look up.
But this is my question. Yeah. Why are you so sure? This is an extremely complicated subject.
And it is. I said I am not so sure that I would die on the hill for it. My opinion right now.
But you are.
Now, and it's just that it was a means, because forget the fact of whether you believe global warming is real. Let's say it's 100% real. Let's say we know the fact it's real. Is there
well, let's just be clear. Yeah. Global warming, climate change is definitely real. It's happening.
Hey everyone, it's Steve C. Mario.
Well, but it's always happened.
Yes, it has always happened.
So what is the climate change? Yes, the climate changes. It was different weather yesterday than it was today. The climate...
That's not climate change. Oh my god. Okay, here's another one. This is fun.
It's forever changing. Like that's the problem, is that it's happened.
Yes, it has always happened.
So what is the climate change? Yes, the climate changes. It was different weather yesterday than it was today. The climate...
Oh, is she even fraudulently slipped in weather? She said weather instead of weather. Like, cause she, that's weather you're talking about, lady. Yeah, I mean, I know who the Vigilant Christian is. That dude is. I don't. That guy is so. I don't. Oh my god. That dude is just so easily jokeable, or not. That was a very terrible word, jokeable. Well, that's a new word now. I made that up. He's so like. Hello everyone. It's the Vigilant Christian Mario. Oh yeah, that's right. I was dead. I was gonna grab something to fix that up. Weber. I bet my entire life savings that he's gay. Oh my god, if I met him in person, I could probably make an absolute and perfect assumption of what his actual sexuality would be. Like, oh my god, he's so definitely gay. At the least, like, bisexual, gay leading. like the other part, that little smidget of like female preference is just because of his views is being distorted with his religious nonsense to make up for his whatever the fuck he was doing in his past. I don't know. Like, well, I don't even know what he was doing in his past. I forget. I mean, I think, what was he doing? Like, something. He was doing something, and then he, I don't know. Shemale porn collection. Oh, God. I can imagine him having a shemale porn collection, too. I can just see the Vigilant Christian having that. there are plenty of bi guys that are pretending to be trendy. I'll still say I'm from female preferred, but I mean, Stefan's out. Party, drinking, and doing... Yeah, well, okay, there you go. I mean, I was going to say doing drugs, but I didn't want to be wrong, but... Yeah, I mean... Who else would be born again Christian over some craziness? But, yeah, for me, back to that, I would definitely say I'm female preferred still, but... Yeah, I mean... I would definitely... Like, for the shebang... For the grease pipe... Yeah, I mean, that's just what's primarily out there is, like, gay stuff, so it's like, whatever. I smacked both. I enjoy both. I mean, one of my friends has, had a crush on me before, so I'm like, okay. So, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm, like, I'm, like, totally bi, but definitely I definitely would have the interest in males before. So I mean, yeah.
It's forever changing.
It's kind of like a whatever
like
thing.
That's the problem, is that people are making it seem like that's something weird.
No,
it's
no,
not
that's
unique.
not. You're misrepresenting the issue. The issue is people think that human beings are exacerbating climate
Right.
change to the point where there's a tipping point. We cross over that tipping
Right.
point, we're going to deal with huge problems that could be corrected if we act now and put a lot of funding into climate control.
Okay.
And this is what Howard Bloom was on talking about a few days ago. He was talking about that the real future involves the technology of climate control, and that what we have to be really careful of is letting it get too far where you can't ever stop it and pull it back. This is what scientists are
Right.
warning
Ooh, that
about.
was
This
good.
is why they want emission standards. This is why they want to figure out how to get people to be aware of the fact that this is a real issue.
Okay.
Now, irregardless, human beings, if they never existed, the Earth has constantly gone through cycles. The question is not whether or not the Earth has gone through cycles of cooling and warming.
Right.
The question is, are we exacerbating that? The vast majority of scientists say we are.
Okay.
Now, this could...
Yeah. It's common sense at this point. And, you know, I don't even want to bring myself up to even argue this with climate denialists, because it's just like, man, it's right in your faces, and y'all just like, nah, I just don't want to believe it. It's just like, oh my god, man. It's in your face. It's just, it's there. It's like right there, and you're just like, no, I don't want it, no. Look away! No! It blinds me! It's like, what's that? That's like what it feels like. It's like, it blinds me, no! It's like, no. Embrace the light, bitch. Embrace the light! I'll be right back, actually. Gonna grab a munchie, because I've had a little stomach grumble. But it'll just be for a second. I mean, I watched this before. I mean... You're not missing much of this lady. She just goes in circles with her past arguments, and my hat fell.
Could negatively impact all sorts of coastal cities. This could be a gigantic problem. This is not like propaganda that's drummed up by some sort of big business that seeks to make money off of this, or some sort of a
Well, they were making
organization.
money off of it.
Al Gore might have made some money off
No,
of
but
it.
like
Who's making money off of it?
Entertain my chat.
that was like the amount of money that America was losing. But here's what I was going to ask you. So
Wait a minute, the amount of money America was losing? Who's
in
America?
the Paris Agreement, because this is the reason why we wanted to get out of the Paris Agreement.
But
that's where I wanted to get to. So let's say we all agree that global warming is real. I don't believe it's real. Okay, so I can't sit here.
But here's the question. But why have a belief?
What do you mean?
Why have a belief as to whether or not global warming is real or not real?
Because
If you don't have a
just find that
background
when
in it,
things,
you don't
you're
understand the
correct.
science,
You're correct.
But why have a belief in it?
Right. So it's not a belief. It's not a belief in it. I don't believe in it.
But that's what I'm saying. But you have a belief that it doesn't exist.
Right. I personally think that this was just the fact that it was presented to us by Al Gore, and it was
not presented to us just by Al Gore.
Right.
Al Gore made a film,
right.
And he's been called like the first green billionaire.
Yeah.
He's made a shitload of money off of that.
And he flies his private plane because he's so worried about the emissions. Okay.
That is hilarious.
Yeah,
there's something hilarious about that.
All of the people that are telling us.
He's a fucking politician.
Right.
You know, there's grossness to all this stuff.
Right. And that's what worries me. So my question is, let's say that it's real.
Okay.
Let's just assume, because that's the best way to have it to be. Let's say it's 100% real.
Okay.
Do you feel that you have found in your research that there is something that human beings can do that would change this all around?
It's possible, yes. What?
Yeah, totally. It's banana. The banana. Yeah, like, I didn't even, like, totally hear what she was saying because I was in the other side of the house, but, like, how much money America's losing because they're trying to regulate climate change. Okay, what? What? What does that even mean?
One of the things that they're figuring out how to pull carbon out of the atmosphere and even possibly reuse it. There's all sorts of things that people are trying to do. I mean, we had what was the end?
It's not possible to stop it at this point. Well, I mean, it's possible to at least prevent the most negative effects if we continue this path. I mean, I'm getting pretty close to bring on the nukes myself, but there's just a little bit of at this point it's just more of impassionment of just why, you know, because like for some reason give too much of a fuck about about the earth itself, really. But yeah, I mean, at this point, just bring on. I'm getting close to getting to bring on the nukes. I think one of my live streams was called "Bring On the Nukes," and I was talking about nukes in Cold War and shit. I think that was like my first kind of like step into like a history stream, which I will have to do another one at some point. I don't know what I'll call it though, because I have ignorisms, my philosophies, and then just these random ones. I don't know. I have to think it out.
Man who made that device, Boyan Slot. He figured out a way to make this device that pulls plastic out of the
Nuke on the brings.
oceans. They're figuring out a way to.
That's important.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah,
of,
well, because plastic just can't like over time. That's what I mean. Like, so when I say that I'm I believe in recycling.
And also, recently there was a scientist that's essentially like harvested this bacteria that is starting to eat plastic and essentially deconstruct it basically in a way and eat it. Essentially, it like thrives off plastic and turns into like other enzymes and shit, which would be amazing to do if we're able to like have facilities with these like fat canisters of these like bacteria, and then, you know, just dump the plastic in there and let it dissolve and shit. I mean, that'll be a really good step into at least curbing the trash and shit in the world. That'll be at least a start. I mean, and then just getting off of fucking fossil fuels is just another. I mean, if we can do those two things, I mean, we can at least start making more steps into the other details and shit. But I don't see America doing either of that on its own. Like, it's gonna need the other rest of the world to kick his ass to do it.
I'm not like a person that's like, this is, but the idea.
At this point, the other countries need to stop being pussies and man up and just start kicking America's ass and say, hey, fucking, you know, get on the right page here. Like, not like literally, like physically, like kick their ass if you know, like go to war, but like fucking like politically kick their asses and shit.
That the government is just going to take trillions of dollars.
We need an ass kicking, boys.
We're in some agreement where we're all agreeing that we should do something.
Get ready for the boat.
And look, from the stuff, like, there's obviously a lot of debate here, and as I said, like, I'm not so, the one thing you always find with me is I would never pretend to be so educated on something. Like, I'm not going on the college campuses talking about global warming. I don't do that.
Right, but why are you saying that you don't?
I don't know, maybe because it got because it got so politicized.
Studies.
So, okay, I guess because climate change got too politicized, all of a sudden you just don't want to agree with it. That's just a stupid reason. And then they pulled up a thing of studies into scientific agreement on human-caused global warming. And the first one is at 100%. So everybody was on board. And the next one is 97%. It goes on like that for the next three. And then it's 91%, 93%, and then 97% again in 2015. So overall, 9 out of 10, pretty much all the time, are saying, yes, climate change is being caused by humans negatively. So
into scientific agreement on human cause.
So I mean, come on, like the main like some of the people that we should be looking up to is scientists. I mean, because of just their knowledge on and their intellect on how to, you know, perceive a lot of these complex problems and stuff, you know? I mean, that's probably just me because I just love science in general, and I have a very big fascination and love and respect for science, especially in astrophysics or in astronomy as well, in cosmology. Like, in space is kind of like my special thing. Like, I love astronomy and stuff, but and biology and genetics too. And yeah, I mean, I mean, those are some of the people we should be like going out and for respect out, and to say that they're just wrong. I mean, no, they're not. I mean, there's some like, if they're wrong, they generally are the first ones to admit it and say it's because of their initial hypothesis being wrong. But I mean, and you know, maybe some of these people in the 3%ers and 9% and this other one, and then you know whatever, like maybe these supposed things is because they had a different hypothesis as to why, and you know, that's fine. You know, I mean, these are scientists that had some disagreement somewhere, and who knows? I mean, and we also, I mean, also it doesn't mean that scientists can't be bought and stuff, because these are those scientists probably could have been put in there as like a lobbyist for a fossil fuel industry or something like that. But if that isn't the case, then maybe they had a different point, and that's fine. You know, it's fine to, you know, understand. But overall, I think the general consensus can be said that humans are causing negative effects on climate change at this moment. We've been doing so for a long time, and unless we do something now, we're fucked. And we're not doing anything now because the U.S. is the only ones who don't want to do anything, and we're the major impact of it. I mean, even China's at least doing something about their shit, and they're really bad.
Global warming, and look at all the studies. It's between 100% and 91% at the lowest. 91% of one of the studies from 2014.
The Union of Concerned Scientists.
Yeah, they almost. It's a pretty broad consensus.
Who are they polling? Is it the people that are part of this?
Who are they polling?
That's what I'm asking.
Who are they polling? Scientists. I mean, even he just answered. I mean, can you get more clear of an answer?
10,306 scientists to confirm over 97% of climate scientists agree, and over 97% of the scientific articles find that global warming is real and largely caused by humans. So my question to you is, if you want to step outside of the scientific consensus, which is vast and involves 10,306 scientists, and just say, I don't believe in it, even if you're right, even if you're right, you don't have enough information to say that.
Right, no,
you might
but
be correct,
that's what I said. That's the
but
whole
you're
point.
saying you don't believe it.
I would have to have someone sit down and convince me that it was real. I personally don't believe it. That's okay. It's good to start at a place of not...
Holy fuck! Oh my god damn it! Oh my Jesus. Okay, I'm sorry. There's a fucking spider crawling against my wall. Oh my... I'm not afraid of spiders, but it scared me. It startled me. You wanna look at it? It's one of these, like, long, dangly ones. And it's a big one. Like, what the fuck, man? I did not drop my bong. Nothing happened. It's just that fat... Oh my god, it's... Why? Why is this inhabiting my room? I mean, ugh. Where's it going? Where'd it go? It's behind my laptop. Shit. Ew. You're scared of that? I mean... Ew. It's not gross, it's just... Oh, there it is. It's just... I mean, damn. It's... I don't know what breed it is, but these guys love hanging out inside houses. And I don't know how it got in my room. But I will be taking care of you, bitch, soon. No, don't keep moving. Fuck you. No. No. It's going down. Whatever. It's not Granddaddy Longlegs, because we have those too. And, it's definitely not that. They eat mosquitoes and are cool. I mean, it's definitely not that. It's a different species, but... Because we have Daddy Longlegs here, and they're just like one little body. I mean, that's definitely a different spider. I don't know what, but... Oh my god. What the hell? What the hell? I stopped everything just for a spider. What if it bites you? Well, I don't want it to. I mean, I know it won't do anything to me if I let it just gradually go on my arm and shit, because it won't be threatened unless I start fucking with it. But it's taking shelter in my corner of my drawers and desk here. That is just great. That is just tremendous. What the fuck, man? Oh, what the hell? No, why do you keep moving? Don't get near me, bitch. Yeah, stop. Cease. What the hell? Whatever. That was ridiculous. Damn. I don't even remember what they were talking about now, but you know, I'm done with this. I got one more other thing because it's on Chomsky, but I think I might do that at a different time. I believe. Didn't I have other stuff up here? Oh man, I got rid of it. I had other stuff up here, but then it's disappeared. Well, damn it. I have to look it up again. Oh, I don't see it. No. Oh my god, I'm gonna have a great day. I'm having a great night. Well, that's fun. That's fun. Well, shit. Whatever. So, this is a video that I haven't seen from Secular Talk yet. It's actually the last one of the day that he posted. So it's Roseanne got 20 times more coverage than bombshell report on hurricane deaths. Holy fuck. So I'm pretty sure the hurricane deaths is, yeah, Puerto Rico, because of Hurricane Maria. And I now I'm paying more attention to that spider than this fucking story. The same day, ABC canceled Roseanne Barr's anonymous show, Roseanne, after Barr sent a racist tweet about Valerie Jarrett on advisor from former whatever. Yeah, Valerie Jarrett. So, cable news covered Barr's tweet and showed her cancellation 16 times as much as the deaths of U.S. citizens in Puerto Rico. We need to save people of color from hurricanes. We just need to save people in general from hurricanes. Like, the fact that we didn't, you know, that the government honestly is fairly responsible for a lot of this, I would say, because I mean, Trump literally did not send any aid, or when he did, it was like nothing. It was like giving breadcrumbs, and it's just like these. I mean, yeah, they're a U.S. territory, but they're still U.S. citizens. So you should still go in there to help these people out, and I can guarantee you that this death count would be a lot less if we actually went in there and helped them. The world is out to get people of color. We need to rescue them. They're hapless damsels in distress. Well, I mean, granted, they are definitely the main target of a lot of bullshit in the world, but I mean, in general, we just need to save people in general. It's everybody. I was just joking. I'm sure you were. I mean, we're not the types to go, you know, super correct on everything, super PC. Because I'm definitely not. I mean, it would be crazy if SJWs were watching me when I'm definitely not. I mean, I had to ignore some of my free speech responding to SJWs on Twitter and it delved into the whole kind of like my general idea of free speech. So I mean, I don't know if you checked that out yet, but you should, because that's one, because free speech is one of the things I'm passionate about, but I don't need to really get into it because that whole video gets into it. So yeah, but I see you've been doing common shit on Twitter and furry porn. Fuck off. I mean, I just follow whatever I like on Twitter, and every now and then it's just like, yeah, whatever. I follow furries and fucking politics on Twitter. I just mainly like post like funny memes that are like communist related, but I don't literally like what's the word? I blanked on the word subscribe to communist ideas, because I'm not a communist at all. I mean, just because I'm socialist doesn't mean I'm communist. So because I'm definitely not. But anyway, this Roseanne bullshit is just ridiculous. So, commies, gotta take out the Reds. I'm gonna put you in prison, you Hollywood commie.
Well, Media Matters released a really devastating.
I really don't know where that
analysis
spider
here
is, but I
think
should not
shows
be
you
giving a fuck
a
anymore.
lot about what's wrong with the
Shapiro
media.
alert! Shapiro alert!
So, as everybody knows, there was the
What up?
scandal recently involving Roseanne.
Shapiro alert!
Roseanne,
Shapiro
a
alert!
singer basically called Valerie Jarrett.
Shapiro alert! Shapiro alert! I don't know.
Or said something like she's a mixed.
This thing's already practically
and the Muslim
broken.
Brotherhood. And there was a giant fallout over that. It was a huge scandal. She was fired from Roseanne, and you know this debate has been raging in the country now for the past few days. So,
Where's my... Oh.
one of the criticisms of the
Balls in
media
my face.
that I put forth, along with other people, is that along with an establishment bias, they also have a sensationalism bias.
Oh, yeah.
So, squeaky wheel gets the grease. So they're just going to talk about this kind of shit nonstop because, hey, it's what's on the front of everybody's mind. It's dominating Twitter and social media, so let's just talk about this. Now, if you're a serious news organization, you can talk about this, of course. It's a story. But you're supposed to talk about very important things happening in the world. You're supposed to talk about, you know, war.
I don't know. Stuff like maybe international conflicts that could possibly be going on that maybe isn't related to us just because that's another part of the world. Shit that's happening in Puerto Rico because that's a U.S. territory that we should give a fuck about. I don't know. Maybe more attention to the Arab-Israeli conflict going on in Palestine and Israel, maybe. Maybe that could be a thing. I don't know. There's a lot of that the media could be focusing on besides this Roseanne Barr shit, and just anything else like it. It's just like, I mean, we don't even need to get into how mainstream media fucking sucks. I mean, I just bitch and rant about it so much that I just don't even feel compelled to explain why, because it's pretty. They make themselves pretty oblivious to the idea, or pretty, pretty obvious of how stupid they make themselves out to look like. I mean, there's at this point it's very rare where you find a mainstream media organization like CNN, for example, put something out that's pretty legit. Like, the last thing I remember from CNN that was international that was actually pretty good was the slave crisis going on in Libya. Due to the whole civil war they're having, a lot of refugees from Africa going through Libya, some of them actually literally get enslaved and shit, and it's pretty fucked up. I mean, there's literally open slavery going on in Libya because there's like slave trades now. And I don't know if they've been resolved or not. Probably not. And that's going on in the world. Maybe we should talk more about that. Like, if CNN was doing that, like, every day, I would actually kind of like them a little bit. But no. I'm pretty sure they're focusing more on this Roseanne Barr, who got racist with Ambien. Yeah, my name's Roseanne Barr, and I'm just gonna get fucked on Ambien and call everyone a fucking ape.
Climate change. Record
Kinda
levels
stealing
of
from
income
Paul with
inequality,
that.
corruption in the political system, but no. So, there was a story. Now, we referenced this yesterday. I did a secular talking smack. You guys can check that out. It's up on the channel. But I talked about this yesterday. There's a new report that came out. I think it was from Harvard. Basically, they found that nearly 5,000 people died in Puerto Rico because of the hurricane. Now, in the
Holy
wake of...
fuck. I mean, I didn't even realize that was literally how many people died initially, but I saw a tweet of that earlier. Honestly, I need to start, like, posting more of my, more of, news and shit on my Twitter. Because I mean, yeah, my Twitter is fucking cancerous.
That happening...
Because, I mean, this shit's seriously important, that's for sure. Because 5,000 people, give or take, died in Puerto Rico because of this. I mean, some of our government has to be responsible for some of this. Not all of them, because, it's a hurricane, you can't stop that, but we could have probably saved a lot more people, who were probably trapped or probably stuck somewhere, or, lost in the wilderness and couldn't get out due to the severe conditions of the whole island. and, you know, died. You know, a lot of this could have been prevented. I'm sure of that. I mean, whoa, how did this pop up? Whoa. Read my earlier comments. Alright, yep. That's why I have my other chat, so I can do that. Where's, how far? Remember all of that. Remember all that. Remember that. Just above. Ben Shapiro seems like the type of guy who would call the police on his neighbor for smoking pan. Oh, so most definitely. Most definitely. He's just seems so smarmy. I mean, I really don't know what I agree with him on, honestly. I think I would actually have to, like, muster up maybe a video to respond on some shit of his, just to kind of get an idea of more of it, like, because I know he's just this smarmy, like, dude who, you know, like, and everyone just looks up to him so much, and it's just like, he destroyed this person and wrecked this other SJW, and it's like, I'm sure he did, totally, because that just feels his fans as it is with that. I mean, and that already gives me, like, this distaste of him, and what of, dude, 3 of my roommates love Shapiro and Crowder. Oh god, just show him get wrecked by Yusuf, that kid on socialism, and I'm sure they watch him every day, bro. Oh god, I mean, I luckily don't live in a household, but I live in a conservative household, so I still have to deal with that in a more classical sense, in a way, because they all listen, my uncle and my dad listen to the radio all the time. The big conservative talk show host here is Lars Larson. Dude, South so conservative. I mean, my family is from the South. I mean, half of it is, so, and I can definitely contest to that. When I was in the South, the political conversations that we did have were definitely very argumentative. They weren't like, there was, I think there was only a few things we did agree on. I mean, it's a whole year since we had these talks, so I can't remember one. But the main one I do remember is on marijuana, and they just aren't so very educated on it, you know? And it's just like, I live in a state where, you know, it's legal, so you should be asking questions about it, because I know, you know, I mean, I can't say that I smoke weed to them, but I can at least, I was saying that, god damn it, I read that. Oh my god, yeah, I'm gonna enjoy that mental. Jesus fuck, man. Yeah, but, yeah, like, I mean, I couldn't say that I smoked weed to my family in Texas, but I was able to use my friends as examples and tell them that, you know, what you're saying doesn't really hold up, because here's my friends who do it, and they're like, well, yeah, I mean, but that's your friends, and it seems like they're actually, you know, able to muster and handle themselves, unlike, you know, most of society, it's like, so the no true Scotsman fallacy. I mean, you know, at the time I wasn't very good at, you know, doing back and forths, but I'm far better at it now, and I wish I could have talked to them more, because they did visit up here recently to see my mom, but, I mean, of course they're seeing mom, and I'm at school and work, so couldn't see them, unfortunately, but, I was able to see my grandma a little more, because she was staying longer, but, besides the point, the whole talk with marijuana, though, was at least, I want to say productive, but at least interesting to find out what their opinions is, because they support medicinal, at least, doctor-prescribed medicinal, but they're still not on board because they think there should be more research for it and stuff like that, and needs to be, like, very restricted, and it's just like, I mean, but that's what legalized tax and regulation is. So it's like, you know, they're strangely unaware that they're kind of for legalization of marijuana, but they don't actually realize it. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes with some people, like they say they're against one thing, but when you really start talking to them about it, you realize that, or you kind of realize they're saying stuff that actually supports my argument, but yet they think otherwise. And it's like, what? It's confusing. It's really confusing. But I've noticed this with a lot of people, but conservatives in general, I noticed a lot more with. Like, I mean, so, which I think, you know, pushing populist left, you know, policies without actually saying the label, like, oh, this is left or liberal or whatever. Like, if you just talk about the actual substance of what things are, then you'll probably find that they'll probably agree with you a little more. Because, I mean, even with healthcare and abortion, with my uncle is conservative, he agrees with, I mean, he still will, like, talk about how universal healthcare isn't the way, but everything he mentions of what's wrong with our current healthcare system is the reason why we should, and I think I even had this debate on one of my earlier streams. I think it was Outsiders Tranquility. I think that was the name of the stream I was on, and I think it was like the 20-minute mark or something like that when I started, where him and I started getting into it. You know, what's your gun policy stance? I support the ability for civilians to own whatever they want, but it should be treated like cars, licensed. I'm the same way. The way my licenses, way I kind of would see the licensing system go is kind of like a hierarchy type system. So you'll get like your safety permit, your sports permit, hunters, collectors, so on. You know, go down the line, and the higher the license, like you have to go through every tier essentially, and higher the tier, the more stricter the background check is on that. I'm a progressive gun nerd, but don't own one. I'm the same way. Like, I'm a gun enthusiast and a gun nerd and love firearms, but I don't own any. But I would love to have, like, a collection myself, you know? So, I mean, I 100% support background checks, and mental and criminal. I definitely don't support the banning of any weapons particularly, because I think if you did the licensing system, especially in like a tier system, and the higher you go, the more regulated it is, because like, for example, for like a collector's permit, you will be able to like collect guns that are even antique and stuff like that, to, you know, World War II era, you know, you're a collector, you collect the firearms, so you will have, and that will be able to get you, you know, like a more variety of weapons you will be able to have and you know, have access for, because, you know, you're a collector for these, you know, you get the point. But yeah, like I think I did go into a conversation on one of my streams before on that, but I don't remember which one. I think there should be tier based on whether they're handguns or long guns, and whether they're repeating or self-loading. Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't, like, my idea on, like, the tier-based, like, licensing system probably wouldn't be specific towards that, but, I mean, I could probably see that as a case, too. Like, I keep saying like a lot, what the fuck? Not trying to say it, like, what I would do is have, like, a, god damn it, whatever, have, like, a federal base, general idea of gun laws, and then have every state's kind of accommodate their state licensings and stuff like that. Have you ever shot a gun? Yeah, an SKS, a 12 gauge, and a 22, and a 45. Shot a 1911, shot a SKS, which is my favorite carbine rifle now, because I shot that weapon. It's amazing. Oh, I've also shot a 20 gauge. Did skeet shooting in Texas when I was over there. I almost had a chance to shoot an AK, but my cousin wasn't with us, so we couldn't use it because it's his gun. So, whatever, that's fine. Next time I go down there, I'm shooting that fucking AK. I love, like, there's something about Russian-based firearms that I just love. Like, Kalashnikovs, SKSs, Muslim God even, like, I love them. On that show, Forgotten Weapons. Oh, really? I think I saw that, too. I mean, yeah, that rifle, man, I just love the SKS. It's such a great weapon. Russian firearms are the guns of the poor motherfuckers. But hey, I mean, there's a reason why people get them, though. I mean, I've even had this debate with a Marine too, actually, because I'm like, okay, I've seen even videos of gun torture tests of an SKS, or not an SKS, but an AK versus an M16, and the AK reigned supreme pretty much every time. And I even told them that, like, they would stick the both guns in the mud, beat the barrels up, and beat them back in place with hammers and shit. And the M16 would jam like after the first or second shot, and the AK would. I didn't think it jammed at all, which personally I'm like, I picked the AK. Also, at this point in history, I'd say the AR-15 is more like, yeah. I mean, guns now are definitely way different than they were at the time. That's for sure. So I can definitely see that the AR-15 is probably more reliable now than an AK, but I don't know, just for nostalgia and for the aesthetic feel, I probably still would go for an AK. I mean, I don't know, it's just what I've always just loved. There's something about it. I don't know. It's just something about an AK and SKS and stuff like that that I like. I don't know. I'm biased. I have Russian bias. Nothing but pure Russian bias. The M16s used in Vietnam were not reliable, jammed often, but modern AR-15 platform is finessed. Yeah, I mean, because using the same it's kind of using the same platform, but just upgraded and enhanced and just advanced in a lot of ways. So I can definitely see how that gun's probably a lot more reliable now. I probably would get an AR-15 too, just for, you know, that sake too, just because that's a really cool firearm, but just because it's used so much, just because practically everybody owns one, it's like, I'd rather be an outsider and use a different one. Fuck you guys. Uses direct gas impingement, am I reading that right? Impingement, whatever. Very reliable and simple. Yeah, I mean, I think some of the most reliable weapons are generally sometimes the most simplest ones. Like, because I've seen throughout history so many weird, complex guns, but they were so unreliable and shitty. It's like, why are you making them so complex? I want the F-2000, that Belgian Fabrique National Rifle that looks like the one from Halo. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. That gun, I saw one of those at one of my local gun shops, and I was like, oh my god, I really want one. I saw a, I think it's a KSG, I think. It's that reverse pump shotgun. There's one of those as well at one of the gun shops. That was only like $1,000. I'm like, what? This thing is only $1,000? I expected this bitch to be like $5,000. Like, damn, this thing looks so modern. I was able to, like, you know, mess with it. Well, not like literally mess with it, but, you know, get a feel for it, and I kind of like it. It was like, oh damn, this gun from Modern Warfare 3 is actually cool. I kind of want it. I mean, I wouldn't get it just because of MW3. It actually looks like a pretty cool shotgun. But yeah, damn. I've just been letting Paul's live stream just go on over here in this corner. What's he doing right now?
All right. Well, you know what? Big or small, whatever. All right. What? I'll get my fighter to go fetch him. Yeah.
Oh shit, he's like doing some multiplayer ops here.
Target lock. Yeah, he's gone.
God, I need to get a PC upgrade soon because I have Elite Dangerous, but I can't play it on this inferior laptop that poops out every now and then. It's like, fuck that. I can get rid of that now. Let's see. Oh shit. Got a notification. Won't even pop up. Fuck you then. Pop it up here. Of course it's nothing. Whatever. Whatever then. Whoa. This is some shit. Hold up. Hold up here. I don't want to see the actual TYT nonsense. I just want to get to the actual article. Canada is slapping tariffs on U.S. response to Trump. What the fuck? I have a joystick throttle and rubber pedals, but play on iMac. Oh damn. I have a joystick as well, but I I mean, I was able to play flight sims on his laptop, but just after a while, I think its use just eventually started crapping out. Yeah, I play War Thunder a lot. I used to a lot too, but every time I play it, it's definitely on my end because the freaking whatchamacallit, the
At Farmers, we've seen
what
almost
the
everything,
fuck?
so we know how
No,
to cover almost.
shut up. I don't need to listen to you. But I guess I guess I would have to listen to that later. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, about my computer. Yeah, like any game I play will start like spazzing out. Not like it'll like start cutting off and it'll act like it's lagging because I think it's just I have no idea why. It's just ridiculous. Need a new PC. That's all I know. But yeah, here's the article. Trudeau, Trump tariffs are an affront to Canadian soldiers who fought and died alongside Americans. Oh shit. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau took an aim at President Trump on Thursday over his implementation of steel and aluminum tariffs against Canada and other nations. Okay. At a press conference Thursday, the Canadian leader issued some of his strongest remarks against the Trump administration's trade policies to date. Let me be clear. These tariffs are totally unacceptable, Trudeau said. I don't know if I'm doing a good Trudeau. Dude, I'm going to get a finished Mosin Nagant from the Winter War for 300. Oh my god. I didn't think a rifle that antique would be that cheap. Go for it. Just do it. Do it! I'll Shia LaBeouf you to do it. Or just do the Palpatine. Oh wait, hold up. I can do that. Do it. Do it. There are millions of them made. Oh, well, I mean, the Mosin Nagant, I mean, that weapon has been so mass-produced by the Soviet Union and Finland combined. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's I remember seeing a Mosin Nagant once in the gun shop I went to, but the one I always see is this Lee Enfield. They always have Lee Enfields for some reason. Yeah, I mean, the Mosin Nagant is still in use today. Like, it's literally still in use today. I mean, so it would not surprise me that they're everywhere. Like, I mean, I'm sure SMLE or number 4. You know, I'm not too sure. It's been a very long time since I've been at the shop, so, if I remember right, it might have been the, it might have been either the number 4 or the SMLE. I'm not too sure, but I don't think it was the 1917 model. It didn't look like that one. It looked more like one of the first two you mentioned, but I don't quite remember which one. If it's still if one of them is still there, I can check it out. Let's see here. Canadians have served alongside Americans in 2 world wars and in Korea, eh? From the beaches of Normandy to the mountains of Afghanistan, we have fought and died together. Well, that's kind of true. Noting that Canada's purchases more U.S. steel than any other nation, Trudeau lambasted the Trump administration for initiating tariffs. So I guess, you know, kicking America in the ass is actually something that at least Canada's doing a little bit. Maybe Trudeau's got a little bit of a backbone in him after all. All right. Maybe, hopefully. Under the guise of confronting a threat to national security, Canada's secure supplier of aluminum and steel to the U.S. defense industry, putting aluminum in American planes and steel in American tanks, Trudeau said. That's what Canada should be concerned of. A national security threat to the United States is inconceivable. These tariffs are an effort to the long-standing security partnership. You know, maybe this video is actually just summarizing it. I'll just have to wait for this ad to skip. I don't even know how long it's going to last. Whatever. It'll be in the corner for me to look at. Oh my god, another pop-up. Fuck off. I hate these sites that just have so many pop-ups. These tariffs are in front... Oh, I already said that. Did I? Whatever. Going over the same shit. Oh, here we go. Yay.
The administration will levy heavy steel and aluminum tariffs on the European Union, Canada, and Mexico starting on Friday, a move likely to lead to retaliation and risk the future of the North American Free Trade Agreement.
God,
Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross.
Can you really sound any more robotic, whoever's narrating this?
On Thursday said President Trump has decided to end the temporary exemptions for the 3 key trading allies despite their 2 months of lobbying to avoid the tariffs. Quote, "We look forward to continued negotiations with Canada and Mexico on one hand, and with the European Commission on the other hand, as there are other issues we need to get resolved," Ross told reporters on a conference call. Ross said the White House would need to see the reactions of Canada, Mexico, and the 28-nation European bloc before determining what to do next.
I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of siding with Trudeau doing tariffs, to be honest. I mean, I don't know what would be, like, the full repercussions. I mean, and I hope the fuck there won't be, like, trade wars or some stupid shit over this. But considering how, you know, we are in these endless wars, going on to 8, you know, supporting... at this practically, you know, an oppression in Palestine as well, you know, supporting Israel and that, what's going on there with that debacle, and then, you know, trying to push, you know, aggression with Russia and shit, and then, even if that's not directly through the administration, I mean, you know, the government overall there's been a lot of, push on Russian aggression, including with just the rest of the West, honestly, on that. I mean, you know, there's a lot of reasons why, you know, other nations should probably, you know, be politically kicking us in the ass a little bit. I mean, so, I don't know. Let's see what else it says here. The U.S. leaves us no choice but to proceed with a WTO dispute settlement case in the imposition of additional duties on a number of U.S. imports. Yeah, we already heard that. Look forward to continuing negotiations with Canada and Mexico on one hand with the European... Yeah. Alright, so yeah, we already heard that part. So, I don't know. But, I guess we'll just see what TYT says, even though I don't listen to him that much anymore. Might as well hear what they might think of it, because, I don't know. Oh, they actually have video, too. Thank goodness. That actually helps.
Trudeau and others are now responding. Here is Trudeau with Canada's position on the matter.
These tariffs are totally unacceptable. That Canada could be considered a national security threat to the United States is inconceivable.
Yeah, if somehow Trump is saying that Canada is somehow a threat to their national security, then we really have gone too far. Like, Trump won't survive a first term if that's really what's going down. Like, Canada, fucking Canada, man. Dude, they've been like our buddies. They've been our, like, little neighborhood friends for the longest time, and all of a sudden, because Trump's in office, we're gonna fuck it all up. I mean, I've shit on Trudeau. Trudeau's an Islamist apologist. So, yeah, I mean, I was just about to say, I mean, he is, you know, a quirky, you know, apologist to a lot of things. You know, he has apologetics, but, you know, I'll give him credit for this, honestly. Like, I mean, if I'm kind of glad he has a little bit of a backbone on, at least on this issue. So, I mean, you know, like, you know, because no one should be taking U.S. shit anymore at this rate. And if Canada starts doing it like this, then who knows? Maybe the rest of our friends, essentially, in the world politics will probably start doing the same thing. And there is some intense shit going on over here with Paul. What is going on? Damn, this game just looks so fucking cool, dude.
Burnt.
Man, I love that game.
These tariffs will harm industry and workers on both sides of the Canada-U.S. border. These tariffs are an affront to the long-standing security partnership between Canada and the United States, and in particular, an affront to the thousands of Canadians who have fought and died alongside their American brothers in arms. I've been very clear that my interactions with President Trump have been clear.
It just seems like at that point he was just kind of talking, you know, just tug strings on that point. Because, I mean, you know, you're kind of missing the point about, at least post-World War II, about what some of these wars were fought for. So, I mean, but, yeah, I mean, Canadians have fallen victim to this, too. Because they have fought alongside with us on a lot of these wars. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it just seems like Trudeau's just like, you know, fuck Trump at this point. It's just like he's too much of a, he's like saying, I had enough trying to, you need to read War is a Racket by Major General Smedley Butler. You know, I need to add on to my library because I've been kind of getting an itch for a new book. So I'll probably check that out. War is a Racket. I'll remember that. Just poking a little hole because this thing will get clogged easily. I need a screen so I can just do that without having to worry about shit falling out. It's a fat hole in here. You recognize that war is about profit. Well, most marine in U.S. history? Damn. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'll have to check that out because he sounds like a pretty philosophical type of dude. Oh, wow. Getting to low battery. Well, this stream was called 33 to 0 because my battery was at 33%. So I'm just going to go straight to 0 of this.
And firm, we have always, and indeed he has always
10.
understood that I will.
We're only at 10%. We're good. He fought in World War I and died before World War II started. Predicted World War II situation perfectly and how it was about profit. Damn. Yeah, well, I have to, yeah, I'm going to read up on that for sure. That sounds very, very interesting to me. I mean, I already kind of understand that war at this point for sure is definitely about profit. I mean, every war, especially post-World War II, has definitely been about that. So, I'll have to read that book. I mean, I'm not going to make a claim about World War II in that sense because I still, as far as I, know for sure, is that it was about, defeating the Nazis because of their imperialistic outreach towards, even war. I mean, I do have to say that World War II definitely was about to some extent because the U.S., a lot of, kind of the, the dark government, whatever, the shadow government, essentially. I mean, that was kind of their opportunity to kind of take hold of the new order that came out. I mean, the DuPont family made millions off of it. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see how it was definitely made for profit as well. So, I don't know too much about that angle of it, but, I'll definitely have to read that book to definitely get a sense of that for sure. So, thanks for that recommendation. I'm going to check that out. I'm going to probably put that at like a tab separately later and check it out.
Do stand up for Canadian interests and Canadian workers.
Canadian.
This decision by the U.S.
That was just kind of funny.
Administration will hurt Canadians. It will hurt Americans, and we regret that deeply.
Now, of course, the tariffs against them that's trouble for Canada. But it turns out, there's actually something these other countries can do in response. That we've been driving for. They can set up tariffs against us, and it looks like they're actually going to do that.
Oh wow! You can find an audiobook version on YouTube. All right. Well, hey, I'll probably listen to that too. But yeah, back to this. It seems like what I'm saying that other countries should do seems like they are, because other countries seem like they're also going to do tariffs. So we'll see what else they say on it.
Here is Minister of Foreign Affairs, Chrystia Freeland, talking about Canada's likely counteractions.
We are imposing dollar-for-dollar tariffs for every dollar levied against Canadians by the U.S. We are today beginning a 15-day consultation period with Canadians so that they may express their support for or concerns about the proposed countermeasures and the lists of goods. This is $16.6 billion of retaliation. This is the strongest trade action Canada has taken in the post-war era.
If you've been paying attention, you can probably understand or predict what's going to happen next. Trump's going to get pissed off at what...
Honestly, she sounded like she, done that pretty maturely, too. I mean, a 15-day consultation period for Canadians to, essentially the Canadian citizens to decide if the proposal is good or not. You're never going to hear that in America, honestly. You're never going to see the federal government's like, okay, American people, does this look good to you? You're not going to see... I mean, I wish we were seeing that. I mean, we would be far more of a representative democracy if that were the case, but, you know, that would be nice. I mean, fuck, Canada is just far more freer than us in this sense, and they're about to get legal weed, too. Their whole country is getting legalized, bitch. You know, I mean, if I were to literally move anywhere, I would either say somewhere in Scandinavia, or now I'm going to put on this list, Canada. I will literally put Canada on this list now. Probably, I don't know where. Maybe Vancouver, because that's just close. It's close to Oregon. I can still visit my Oregonian friends and brothers, yeah. My Buddhas and my sisters. We find the queen in Oregon. Because I know the way.
They did add some new tariffs. They will feel obligated to do the same. You've seen this play out historically before. And before I throw it to the panel, I just want to contextualize these counteractions a little bit. Because saying we're going to put tariffs on steel and aluminum, for most regular people, that doesn't really mean anything. It will affect you. You know, you don't buy steel beams, but aluminum goes into the cars you buy, cans you purchase, all sorts of appliances and things like that. But the EU also is responding.
Well, maybe that will push us to... I doubt it's going to literally push us. But, I mean, if we had, I don't know, maybe a Bernie in office, or maybe just some progressive candidate in office, maybe that will give them an incentive to push for more American-made jobs for aluminum and shit. I don't know. I mean, that would be, like, if I was somehow an advisor to Trump, I'll be like, maybe you should push for, you know, aluminum production here in America since they're just doing these tariffs. You might as well get more jobs. More jobs for that, so, I don't know. Just put a couple of aluminum factories out there and call it good.
EU economic regulation.
I mean, I'm not an economist, so, you know, when it comes to economics and shit like this, my basic, like, a basic general idea might be far more complex than it really is. So, I mean, I really don't know if, you know, doing that would solve it, but I mean, it seems like it would because, you know, then at least the aluminum's still being produced, but it's just in America now where, you know, it's being domestically produced.
Regulatory Commission met and has an 8-page list of things they will then be putting tariffs on. That includes things like Harley-Davidsons, canoes, manicure or pedicure preparations, sinks and wash basins of stainless steel, as well as orange juice, pork, cheese, whiskey, blue jeans, any number of different products, which means that if you're living in the Rust Belt, you may say, look at Trump, he's standing up for us. Steel is going to be a little bit more expensive to export to us. And then the products that you make, when you try to sell them abroad, as we do as a country, you will now sell less of it. There will be less demand for American goods because of these obvious reactions from the EU, Canada, Mexico, and related countries.
So China is coming next, and this is $12 to $16 billion, as they explained, from Canada retaliating. The Chinese are talking about $200 billion that we would do to them and they would do to us in retaliation.
Wow. Okay, damn. This is getting deeper than I thought. So, fuck, man. I mean, yeah, I feel like the next... I feel like I know there's going to be an economic crash coming soon. I mean, everyone's seen that's going to happen. I mean, it's coming. But, I don't know. I feel like this might be the main cause of it right here. Like, this will start the provocations to it, and then something else would tip it over, and then it all crashes. I don't know. This seems like a trade war might start with that, and that's not going to... I mean, it's not going to be good regardless, but maybe in 2018, maybe people will start... I don't know, you know? You can't predict the future, but yeah, this is deep. Thoughts on Podesta? John Podesta? Need to look him up because I forgot. I know that name, but I'm forgetting who the fuck he was doing. Oh god, this guy looks like a freak. President Bill Clinton. Oh shit. Okay. Well, he looks like a freak, so I don't know. Maybe he is. Or scandals, because that makes sense. Okay, well, this is a lot of shit. I know. Okay. I have no idea. Whoa. There's a fat check thing on him. Podesta pooped. Don't we all? Was Clinton campaign chairman John Podesta involved in satanic spirit cooking? What the fuck? False. Well, duh. That just sounds retarded. Okay. I don't know what that was all about. Alright. I'm the victim of a, quote, big lie campaign by Trump. Oh, God. Stars. Yeah, it's black-pilled. What the fuck? Okay, this is a random YouTube video of breaking John Podesta. Tony Podesta. Okay, never mind. Just Tony Podesta. Creepy photos leaked, but whatever. Yeah, yeah. I'm like, I know his name, and I know, like, I know who he is, but I don't remember his like, I know his background, but like his like actual personal email leak. Oh, here's something. Controversial material regarding campaign strategy. Oh, okay, I'm remembering. I'm getting background now. Kind of attract the hacking tools used to claim much. So this, yeah, it sounds like. Okay, so these are the Podesta email leak. Okay, so these were essentially the email leaks that were done during the campaign. Okay. Russian intelligence officials attempted to influence the election in favor. Okay, so essentially he was one of the godfathers, essentially, of this whole Russia push. And yeah, when asked about the news, Putin replied the claims of Russian involvement were false. The hysteria is merely caused by the fact that somebody needs to divert the attention of the American people to the essence of what was exposed by hackers. That is a very true statement there. I mean, because Kulinski has even said that too. Because I mean, you know, you're diverging the actual substance of what the emails are by pushing, you know, a false like a false what's it, like a red herring. There we go. Like you're pushing a red herring into diverge the attention and you know, and then straw man a particular character in it, like whether it be like, you know, Jill Stein is a Russian, you know, influencer or whatever, you know, or like Bernie Bros or all this bullshit. It's just like, you know, why don't you actually look at what the emails were? Because that shit's kind of important, ain't it? It is.
So, but I want to stay on Canada for 1 second, because Trump tweeted out, they must open their markets and take down their trade barriers. They report a really high surplus on trade with us. And of course, as usual, that's not true. You would think that he would accidentally get some things right? And on the issue of the trade surplus...
I'd wish. I wish a broken clock strikes twice a day. I bet Cenk takes the biggest shits. Oh, God. It takes, like, buffalo shits. Oh, Lord. Wow, there's a TJ does live stream that's recommended to me, but I think this one, it's one I was in, but I think it's still, I think I went into I sent him a super chat on my position with Senor Tomaten versus Senor Orange, and I want to try to find it because I I realized the errors of my ways once he did that. Kind of want to get it. I just want to have that set for later. So if I can find it, wherever the fuck it is. Oh. It's early on. I just need to find it. Is this it? Oh, shit. What did you say? Senor Tomat is una naranja. He's not. He is only a tomat. What is it? Dude, it was a... Oh, is that it? Yeah, oh, there it is. Found it.
Come on, Streamlabs. I'm waiting on you.
He was waiting on Streamlabs instead of just reading it. I'm like, when I was first seeing it, I'm like, oh, fuck, is he just gonna let it pass? No, no. But, but luckily it went through.
You're gonna do this. Is it not gonna do it? Come on, Streamlabs.
Damn Streamlabs. Oh, shit.
How do you find the will to live? What?
It does that one first, so I was like, what the hell? But it'll pop up after that, but let's finish up on this whole tariff shit. Cause
like, we have to trade them with almost everyone. So, like, yes, and then you lie about them now. Say tariffs are being put into place. Yeah. Well,
I don't really want to hear the commentator. I just want to find out if there's more shit to know. So I'm just going to keep... Josh Fox, okay. We get it. Josh Fox. He has a nice hat like I do. We get it. He has interesting stuff to say, but it's not what I'm looking for. Is there any more... anything else? No? No? Oh, well, I broke it. Okay. Well, okay, whatever. So, alright, might as well just switch right up to this. But, yeah, so... Cindro Tomaten versus Cindro Orange. For a while, I was pushing the idea that maybe we can do a compromise. Where Cindro Orange could actually be a mere apostle to Cindro Tomat. But, alas, of course, I was wrong. But, I realized that my ways were erred. I was swayed by the will of Cindro Orange, and I lost my way, but no longer. I became a naughty Tomatino. I'm pretty sure I was the Tomatino getting beaten in the advertisement that Cindro Tomat has blessed us with. What do you think Jordan Peterson's flatulence smells like? Oh, God. Probably rotten fish. I'm just going to take the guess of rotten fish. But, oh my lord. Either that or a rotten orange. Or a mixture of both. A mixture of rotten oranges and rotten fish. That sounds about right. But, yeah. And, yeah, with, so for a while, I was trying to push maybe that, that I could, get, like, an agreement within the chat. Maybe I could have bolstered support, but of course I didn't. Of course I didn't. People were just like, no, he's an orange. No, he's only tomato. I'm like, okay, okay, I see it now. No one understands my ways. No one knows my way. No one knows the way. But, yeah, and, I think a great name would have been Fruits and Vegetables, which would have been known as his apostles, and I was trying to push it, but it didn't work.
Well, you skipped one Streamlabs, so that's no good.
Yeah, you did, Streamlabs.
Find a will to live when you donate $2, as you just did. But hold on, I have to go...
He has to go hunt mine down.
Oh, never mind.
Never mind.
To end the discourse of Senor Tomat versus Senor Orange debate, could Senor Orange be an apostle to Senor Tomat? No.
No.
There is no Senor Orange. Senor Orange is... That's like asking if you could fucking say that the devil is just, you know, one of God's little buddies or something. No.
No.
There's no Senor Orange. There's never been a Senor Orange. There never will be a Senor Orange. Senor Tomat, bitch.
Damn. All right. Well, he set me straight. He set me straight. So I had to make sure. Let's see how much percentage I have left here. 9%. Fuck it. I say we go outside for this because it has been clear outside. So maybe we can see something. Because I do have a telescope. So. Viva la Anarquia. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong. When you think smells worse, his or John Podesta's. John Podesta, just because he looks way older, and no offense to Joe, but he just looks like he just like has just this general weird smell vibe on him. He just has that feel. It's just like, oh god, no. But let's see here. I need to do 2 trips. I have planned this out perfectly. Scat molestation. Oh my god. Oh my. It wouldn't surprise me if he did. Oh. Actually, I'm just gonna put that right there. Okay. Enjoy the wheels of Paul. And you've been quiet, Joe. I know you're watching. You've been quiet, boy. Probably passed out.
The hard point is huge, and then this little weapon takes up like 5% of the space. You're right, yeah.
Damn.
It's like, oh, it's open a toy gun.
Alright, I'll be right back for 1 second, because I do transportation.
I'm gonna kill this guy. Eric Hartman, you are dying.
Eric Cartman, you're dying. You're dying, Eric Cartman. Alright. Boom. Oh, wait. Entertain the chat once more, kitty. Entertain. Ugh. Oh, I need to grab this too. Whoa. Boom.
So you guys hitting the sack pretty soon?
I'm gonna play for a little bit more.
Okay.
I'll be up there a while.
All right.
I worked an 8-4 on Monday through Friday. I took a big nap when I got home today, so I'll be up for a while.
Gotcha.
Like if you're staying on for a little longer as you go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play for a little bit longer here at least. I'm probably gonna go take a leak and grab something to drink real quick, so I'll be back. Entertain the stream, boys. Yeah, yeah.
Good entertainment.
You're right. You're right.
Alright, Paul. Shut your face. And it's actually not too bad looking out there. So, Mars is in view. And the moon is. So that's pretty cool. Let's see how far we're going, bitch. 8%. That's good. That'll be good enough. Alright. I don't see Jupiter, though. Like, it's at that time. The sun's already up. Sun's already up here. Oh, damn. Yeah, let's see if we can get a view of anything here with that. I mean, the moon's obviously, like, right, that big white ball. Don't see Jupiter, though. But Mars is out in view, too. I can actually get my telescope out and check it out. Oh, fuck, man, my back. God damn. Yeah, but I got a telescope earlier last year, and ever since then, every night so far, I've just been observing the night skies and shit. Grab something from there. Get this bitch out. Might as well check it out. Maybe I can see if I can get Mars into view for you guys, because that will be cool. But it's behind a tree, so I don't know. I'll figure out a way. I'll figure out the way. When there's a will, there is the way. Alright, might as well see if I could probably get a good view from... Oh shit. Well, what we got over here is the Big Dipper. So, there's actually something really cool about that, and I can actually pull that up. So, might as well do that. Alright, try not to fall. Gotta get these legs stretched out and shit. Gotta give them legs a stretch. Nice thick stretch. Boom, bitch. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh. Fuck, it's actually kind of chilly out here. It rained the other day, so that probably makes sense. Come on. Oh shit, it is so blurry though. Gotta get that shit in focus. Is that it right there? Yep. Cool. Got it in sight. So, if my freaking telescope permits, just want to make sure it, okay, right cam. We should be able to see the second morning here today. Damn, sun's rising, and it's just still so dark out here. But yeah, so the Big Dipper right up here, the second handle on it, it's actually kind of a cluster of stars. And if I can, I'm gonna pull the flash up really quick so I can guide my cam into that bitch right there. Okay. Let's see. Can we get a good view? I gotta enable flash again, make sure. Oh god, I'm blinding everybody. Blindness. There we go. I'll just zoom straight into that shit. Come on, bitch. Come on. Like, the cam is like literally over this shit. Let's go. This is like the most difficult thing ever. It's not a telescope that does normally do cam work, but this works. You just have to like angle it right. It's just the biggest bitch about it. Come on, motherfucker. Come on. And holy, I think this is the first stream I went 3 hours. Damn. Hit that 3 hour mark. Come on. Oh my god. These stars are not that... Oh. Well, it's not in view. What the hell? Really? Pfft. Somehow got out of view. That makes sense. Oh, found him again. That wasn't hard. I don't know how they did not get in view, though. Okay. Oh, shit. Of course I bump it. Get him out of view again. There we go. Okay, maybe that should work. Let's see here. Okay, gotta guide the shit in again. There we go. Okay. Oh. Well, you saw a dot. So that's something. Let's see here. Come on. You were seeing it earlier. Oh. Damn it. Alright. That should work. Oh. Nope. Come on. Just had you. Oh, come on. Just had you. Come on. Oh. And come on, give me a little... This is annoying. Just see me get frustrated with this shit. Come on. This cannot be this difficult. I could test this with the moon first, because that's a little easier, because that's a far fatter object to look at. But, no, oh, well, I just had it. I keep almost getting it. This must be so, this is just quality content at the moment, guys. Quality. Just a black screen. And I just vocalize over it. Getting pissed off I had a damn fucking telescope. Is this still in view? Yeah, I don't get it. Doesn't want to... I mean, it's so cool, though. I mean, because there's a star... The star that's normally visible on it is... there's one literally right next to it. Like, it orbits around it, I believe. If I could get it in view, because it's right there. I mean, I looked at it just now. Come on. This is one thing I hate about trying to take pictures of space and stuff. It's hard. I mean, if Jupiter or Mars was in sight, that'll probably be a lot easier. So now I'll try with the moon first, because that's a little easier. That's in view. Just gotta move this bitch. It's kind of... Oh, well, not in view of the telescope, so I gotta move back. Come on. Do something right with me for once. Oh, well, there it is. Hello, moon. That was easy. Where'd you go? There you are. All right. Well, this one will be a lot easier to look at. Hopefully. Let's see. Oh, there we go. And bingo. Oh, there you go. Got a little something, something. It's behind a tree, so a lot of that is just tree. But that is the moon we're kind of looking at. Oh, whoops. There we go. Yeah, you can see some of the craters there on the edge. I mean, it's... Hold on, maybe I can zoom in on that, and maybe that'll work. Oh, yeah, it does a little bit. Maybe it'll focus in better and not be so shiny. Yeah, there we go. Boom. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty amazing. That's why I love looking at the moon, because, I mean, you can see... if I can get back and focus on it. There we go. I mean, you can see, if I stop shaking too, some of the craters. I mean, you can see like when there's some of them that are like recent, some that have been there for a very long time, because there's craters like within craters and stuff. Whoops. I mean, it's pretty amazing. Love looking at the moon a lot like that. And I don't know if I can get Mars. I mean, that will probably be a bitch, but probably can't. I don't see any other planetary body, though, but maybe I could find another star, though, instead of trying to go back at the other one. Because I see another really cool bright one I'm looking at. Just gotta move this shit. Go near my kiwis. Got some kiwis. There we go. I should probably be out of the view of this stupid kiwi vine. I'm just gonna keep doing this until it's like, what? 4%? Okay. See how long these percentages last. Where's that star? Okay, come on. Oh, there it is. Cool. That was easy. Alright, let's try to look at that. Oh, there it is. Yep, so there's a random star. Don't know which one it is, but it's one that's out there. Get to Discord. Multiple people have been actually asking me about that, so I'm considering that soon. I'm probably going to set one up this weekend at some point. Oh, damn, I lost a star, whatever. But yeah, I mean, there's one out there somewhere. But it's one of the brighter ones out there. It's kind of a dimmer night for stars, it seems like. Because I've seen a lot more out at night, besides just these few. So, I don't know, whatever. Oh shit, I'm smacking shit. But I'll most definitely be setting the Discord up sometime this weekend, or Monday, or sometime. Within a week. Because a lot of people have been asking me about that. Had people on Twitter ask me about it. It's like, you should get Discord. I'm like, okay. I'll do it then. I'll do it. I'll come back over here now. Come back over here where there's some light. I'll sit on this stupid chair then. This works. Oh, you're not falling. You're not falling. And somehow I put a zoom on my camera. There's a zoom on my cam. Oh my god. Oh, there's my face, eh? There we go. Alright. Ugh. Sitting on this very shitty chair. Oh man. This is the longest stream I've done so far, I think. Damn. Oh shit, somebody's eating a banana. Someone has stolen my idea and ate a banana. Only I can eat bananas. Because it's gorilla. Oh, I don't know if, you know, Rove, but I actually did get that, gorilla shirt. Gonna head out? Alright. I'm gonna continue until this dies, so. 1%, so that probably is going to happen any second. 6:30 a.m. Damn. It's 3:30 a.m. here, so yeah, I'm going to go to sleep right after this. Gorilla shirt? Oh, no.